Alright, here we are with Chronicles of Darkness, Creepy Rashomon Marine Buffet, Mage the Awakening, 2nd edition, The Fallen World Chronicles, Episode 6. I am Devin, the GM, the storyteller, and to my left is...
Nicole playing Persephone / Leo Kelly.
Kevin playing Kaiser Vargas, playing Leviathan.
And Peter as the Magister Fyodor Petrov.
Gang, what happened last session as we are now in our final Mage session?
We found someone's nudes.
We found some cancer.
Yes.
It was like the internet in the 80s.
We do have someone's nudes. A dead man's nudes. His dead dick, his ghost dick.
Yeah. And we found out the person who gave him horrible cancer is not a person, but is something we have not seen before.
There you go. Yes.
Also nuclear power.
Nuclear. Nuclear.
Let's all show up in radiation suits to this art gallery.
It'll be so fucking subtle.
Oh, one of my aspirations for today is to steal a portrait. Steal a painting, rather.
Oh no!
I'm going to a fucking art gallery. I'm going to perform a heist.
Stealing.
Just as we leave, he just picks one up off the wall and walks down.
Yes, we just cast some portal spell and walk through the portal with the...
No, just out the front door. Fuck magic.
Alright, well, a new day. Everyone gets back willpower.
Oh yay, I think I'm already at full though.
Haha for willpower.
Kaiser's at 2.
Good for me.
And thus full.
No, he's still got one more.
Oh boy.
Quick.
Knock off a liquor store.
Knock off a liquor store.
Act according to your virtue or vice.
What's wrong with you, Cass? I found a liquor store and I drank it.
Why is all this shit here?
Oh, buddy.
I mean, it's not there, it's probably on the table. There you go.
You did
I
it.
said, why is all my shit here? Not why is it not here? Why is it not elsewhere?
We had to collect it for the veil. Coming
This
soon.
isn't just Veil, this is just all the pages of magic.
Well, you wanted those pages of magic.
Yes, because I need them, because I don't have a laptop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I think I missed something. Anyway. So yeah, it's a brand new day. Yeah, the sun is high. What are you guys up to? What do you do individually? You wake up, Leo Kelly. What do you do?
I go for a run. I
Try not to get stabbed by vampires.
preferably don't get stabbed by vampires. I will also don't have anything to do today other than going to the art museum, which we're all going to do together, I'm assuming.
The child buckets. The child cans.
The child can.
Right, I
steal-
want to experiment on them, but I don't know what that means. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like, I found ghosts, and I can experiment with ghosts, but I don't really know.
It's like when you go to a hobby shop and you see some 40K models you really like, so you buy them and you're like, I'll paint them later.
You can experiment, like, you know how they do bees by, like, smoking them? You just get some riddle and crush it up into a smoke.
You just do quick and dirty spellcasting. Just roll your, gnosis and your death and see whether something comes out.
I do
there.
15 aggravated damage to them.
So, like, rolling dice doesn't tell me what experiments I'm doing.
Yeah. Do ghosts burn? Yes, no. Can you kill ghosts?
So,
Please
like,
me.
On your
I'm
run,
sure.
you get spooked by some dogs. 3 Dobermans are all sticking their heads through a hole in a fence and barking at you. So it's like 3 dog heads barking at you.
Oh, Persephone.
You shall go, boy! It's actually 3 dogs, so I can tell it's actually 3 dogs.
Yeah, it's 3 dogs. It's not 1 dog with 3 heads, Nicole. Don't be insane.
Just wanted to make sure. Just wanting to make sure.
I mean, you have life, you can fix it. Just
Sew them together. By life, you mean I'm a doctor.
Sewed back together.
Bark
Wrong.
at me, I'll neuter all of you.
Sewed back together. Bark back together.
Alright.
We'll show it to
Bark,
the owner.
bark.
It's like, their bark is worse than their bite. And it's like, what? And then you're like, shh, 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 shh,
Yeah. Only paradox now.
shh. Dream time. Only paradox now. No tears.
So yeah, I don't really have anything to do.
You go for a run. What do you do in the morning, Kaiser?
Well, I've got this egg with me that I've got in stasis,
Yeah, that's right.
and I've got life. I'm wondering how much I can alter it.
Okay.
Like, I want to see if I can shape into some kind of familiar or something. Or not a familiar, I guess, since it's not a spirit or anything. But I want to see if I can alter it so that it's not a...
You can be shaping
Wild
level
animal.
magic?
I don't know.
Alright, well, let's take a look at that then. Alright, we're back, listeners. So, we were gone for a while because we had to figure out something about aiding another for spellcasting. So, the rules for aiding another are a little vague on whether or not a mage takes the same... That's aiding another mage takes the same dice pool penalty as the caster. And by figuring out how the dice probabilities worked and stuff, we came to the conclusion that it cannot work that way. If you're casting a definite spell and taking a -10 penalty to your roll, the people who are aiding you cannot also be taking the -10 penalty, or the entire thing is fucking pointless in every sense of the word. So we're just not going to do that. So Kevin, after balancing everything out for indefinite on this spell he's casting, has 2 dice, and then Nicole had 8 dice, and then she rolled and got 2 successes, added 2 to his pool. He rolled 4 dice and got at least 1 success, and thus cast the spell. That was indefinite. And then he spent a point of willpower to release it out of his control, which means every session I roll to see if I had paradox to it. So next session, please note there is no next session, I would roll to see if the spell accrues paradox.
So yes, Kaiser's currently at 0 willpower?
Yep.
Okay.
There you go, Kaiser. Knock off a liquor store. So how did this go? Because you have the egg monster, and you called in Persephone, and there's just this whole thing.
Yeah, so Kaiser calls Persephone, he's like, hey, can you come over? I'll buy you breakfast. I need your help with something.
Sure.
He doesn't even call you by, like, your name either way, because it's like, I'm not going to call you Persephone over the phone, because that feels... like, what if someone's tapping it?
Government wiretap. Can you eat waffles for every meal?
So yeah, once Persephone comes over, he's taking down a lot of the glass that was hanging up, a lot of this multicolored glass, all the green and blues and reds, and he's like very slowly building a chrysalis around the egg, like sticking to the ichor to create this perfect rainbow chrysalis around it. I need your help with a bit of magic.
I will be happy to help.
Alright, so because this is an instant, it's going to take a while.
3 hours.
3 hours of chanting and like painting over the glass with various ichors and substances until it forms this perfect compact around the egg. And yeah, Kaiser essentially changes the nature of this thing so that it is loyal to him.
Yep, using life 2 to alter its instincts, you make it not act like a big piece of shit.
Yep. And no urge to breed or reproduce. For now.
So instinct has been controlled.
Yep.
Until someone casts a simple spell.
They can go fuck themselves.
So what, is it hatching or whatever?
It'll probably take a while because it's in
I mean, at the end of the spell, like that egg starts opening up, and like there's those fingers coming out that are making that rapid alien motion, and yeah, the little spider facehugger starts crawling out of the egg.
Oh yeah. Perfect. New roommate.
What does Eartha Kid think about this?
Oh, Eartha Kid's not here right now. Eartha Kid's in the bathtub with wine and that song, Mama's breaking the rules, Mama's on her.
Yeah, and then like Kaiser replaced that door so that it's like a little more airtight. Sound can't get through.
She's drinking wine.
So he's gonna put that in a terrarium he has. fished out of a lake. And that's where it's going to stay for the time being.
There you go. You got yourself a guard dog, one of those thing spiders.
Yeah, there's no top to this thing. You can just crawl out anytime. Well, breakfast.
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome. Let's go somewhere that's not an arcade.
Is that even possible?
Probably.
In Persephone's head, it's like, yeah, let's go to breakfast. I mean, it's more like lunch now, but, you know.
Certain places serve breakfast all day long.
Just go to a different dome.
The right places.
Where do you go? Horton's? The King?
Probably the King. For their breakfast sandwiches.
And you go to the King and get those nice 80s breakfast sandwiches. And there's like a playpen where their kids are playing stuff. There's a man dressed up as the king with like the crown on and stuff and like that unmoving face, and he's just moving around with trays, delivering trays to people's like booths.
This was a mistake. But yeah, that's their morning.
Perfect. Eventually the king comes out. Oh, you're all needed for breakfast.
Oh, right.
Presumably you call that guy.
That guy.
Your wizard friend. Severus Snape.
Yeah, let him know where we're meeting. No, the not arcade.
No, I mean at the arcade.
So weird. Maybe they've been possessed.
I should firebomb that place.
Well, maybe they have some brain tumors now. It's pressing their whatever lobes.
That's the only reason they go to Burger King.
Yeah.
Tumors.
Brain cancer. Alright, you cross the border and meet them at the King. That King mascot is delivered some pizza to your table. That's a sample.
This is really unsettling.
He doesn't say a goddamn word.
Is
Your
this the
Highness?
mime?
No, it's not the mine.
I mean,
Tech supernatural.
No!
I mean, you can control life.
There's nothing in there. There's not even a
Go
human soul.
away.
There's nothing in there!
Slasher. It's a slasher.
Demons!
Uh,
You came to the wrong neighborhood.
But yeah, pizza pieces. Kaiser just tears off the crust and eats that. Making eye contact the whole time with Persephone if she makes a single sound about it.
What the fuck?
what?
He just dips it in like the carton of maple syrup he has.
What? Oh, I forgot you were Canadian.
We
That's
always-
why you're a human disaster.
I guess that's a Canadian thing.
Control arachnids and eat pizza with maple syrup.
I'm gonna take the crust off and eat it with maple syrup. It's probably a Canadian thing.
Pizza crust is good. Who are you to judge?
Benny of the King has a nautical theme to it as well. They have like fish breakfast sandwiches and fish burgers.
Oh, Neptune.
That might be okay. I mean, not from a Burger King, but... Or a king.
A man's got to eat, Mr. Leahy.
Yeah, we've got a corner booth, so... Just wave Magister over when he arrives.
The Magister will remember this.
Okay. I guess I will remember this.
Alright, you're all met up.
So, I guess we've got some art gallery to go to.
Yup. So how are we gonna play this?
I don't know. We don't know what she's like. Other than...
I mean, we could always say that we're looking for Sam Jacobs. And
No, because she killed him. So she might panic if we tell her that. And then give us cancer.
I mean, hey, she's probably been seen around him, so she might not instantly panic. She might know, hey, that something like this was coming. That some people will ask at some point. Someone might find out. Someone else might know.
Yeah, but how about we try to not do the thing that's likely to make her panic, instead do something else?
Okay, then what will make her not panic?
Let's
While still
see what it's like first. We don't want to just walk and be like, oh hey, we're looking for that guy that we know you killed. We don't know if you can see supernatural things. We don't know any of your powers other than you have radioactive cancer powers and you're hot.
I mean, she knows what he is, so she might know the signs to look for. He might have told her about who else is in the city who might be a threat.
I mean, he died before you awakened.
It would still be the signs to look for, though. We don't know any of her capabilities other than she killed the Seer of the Throne. Probably a decently powerful one.
Yeah.
I'd say it's best to, well, I don't know. Do we know why she killed him?
We don't.
Not really.
It seems to be like it made them attached to each other. I don't.
Professor draws out, wait, you have the letters, don't you?
Yes.
You kept them?
I'm assuming.
You have them with you?
I'm going to say yes, even though I probably wouldn't have brought them here in character because we didn't have a reason to.
No. Well, we can always go back to your place and check it out.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's do that. We should see if the tone of the letters changed at all near the end.
Yeah. That's definitely a good idea.
So yeah, we'll just go back to read the letters.
Sure. The letters themselves, the tone stays pretty consistent. Sam Jacobs seems to go a little desperate or a little like. The tone gets more erratic near the end, but like there's no hostility tied to her.
Is that on the time he gets the tumor?
Pardon?
Is it because he's getting tumor? Is there something
That
else?
seems to be the correlation.
Are these handwritten letters?
Yes.
If we look at hers and try to sense, like,
Emotion?
yeah, sense emotion, can we see if she was, like, stifling that? If there was anything...
We don't have mind or time, so I don't think we can.
Yeah, it's a little tricky to read unless you're trying for like raw skill. Do any of you have police stuff?
Investigation, you mean?
And
Empathy.
Investigation and empathy.
Investigation or empathy with, oh my god, that sound. With,
Intelligence.
Wits.
probably a social merit, actually. I mean, policy here.
Composure?
I'm gonna say manipulation.
Only gotten 4 more dice.
1. 2 successes.
1 success.
I have a single die in this. Nope.
Alright, so what do we get for successes all around?
1.
There's... It all seems very, like, not blasé, but very blanket-y passionate. Like, it's almost like there's an inauthenticity to it, or it's very even.
Like she's phoning it in.
Not phoning it in, it's just, it's clear that he's not the apple of her eye. It's clear that there's passion here, but it's not like... Sam Jacobs' side is much more one-sided.
Maybe she got bored of him. And I mean, he's the Seer of the Throne. She could have been worried that if, she dumped him.
He was also teaching her about things.
Yeah, so she'd be a loose end if they did break up. So, why not strike first?
And also, he's just a shitty person. Like, it could have just been that.
I mean, was he a
Like,
shitty
she
person?
Yes.
No, man.
I mean, he worshipped Satan and stuff, so presumably he's a shitty person.
He's the Seer of the Throne. From everything we know, he was a shitty person.
Yes.
If we could find some sort of sanctum of his, or he wouldn't have done this stuff at home, of course. His daughter there, but
I thought that the dentist's office was like his place.
that seemed more like a warehouse he just emptied out specifically so he could set up the radiation machine.
I mean, why would he be keeping the letters in his warehouse for the tumor machine?
I don't know. Maybe he carries them out around everywhere. He's a romantic like that. Was.
I mean, you could start analyzing this thing if you want.
We could also ask his daughter if she knows about anything else, any other buildings he might have, but I doubt it. Like, if it was a super secret mage Lab.
Could be anywhere, yeah.
I mean, we just use space to try to locate it.
True, he's not alive anymore to be blocking us.
Yeah. Unless the spells are permanently embedded in that thing. It'll be a bit harder. Because when a mage dies, apparently the spells get released. And they live on their own.
Huh.
So,
Finding a sanctum would be useful. It's just
Okay.
how we do that, basically.
I mean, we get space with sympathies, then you can do the locate object or scrying and stuff, so it's not that hard.
When you reanimate bodies, do they maintain their memories?
I don't think so. They're mindless. The ghost would have its memories if there was a ghost.
I mean,
Given how
summons ghost.
Given how he died and what we know of spirits, I'm not sure if he'd be in any proper state to negotiate with us.
Plus, his ghost might have got eaten.
By the other son?
Yeah.
Eaten, warped into something worse.
Mm-hmm. I mean, how long had he been dead?
Like a month.
yeah.
When did all that Terrell and Scope stuff start happening?
After that.
Because he might be the Jason.
Huh. Never thought
That
of
would be
that.
really funny if I tried to summon Sam Jacobs and that Jason showed up. I mean, we would die, but it'd be really funny.
He certainly didn't recognize you. Or he did and went to kill you.
He tried to kill me very hard. Plus, also, though, I mean, I don't know how
I mean, he would know about
much
us.
is left in there.
Could just be a blip. There's a lot of unknowns in that scenario.
Okay. What is the plan, guys?
I'm going to cast correspondence and try to figure out whether that warehouse is Sam Jacob's sanctum or there's something else that he thinks as a sanctum separate from the
Roll it.
success.
Okay. Now, that warehouse is not his sanctum.
Ah.
Boom. Simple answer. He
Yeah.
does have my sanctum as a sympathetic connection.
Okay.
No, does that mean we can track it then?
Yeah. Let's cast locate objects through the sympathetic connection that is Sam Jacobs. Duration. Okay, let's do this spellcasting because it might be resisting with the obfuscation or whatever it is.
Alright, should I pause?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so the spell is trying to get a connection to his sanctum.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to lock in on it. It's not a domain or a hallow, but it is a workshop of sorts.
Okay. So yeah, we have his coordinates. We can go there.
Yeah, let's go there.
Alright, it's in the Japan Dome.
Okay.
We'll just head there. Yeah,
Alright.
easy enough.
I keep forgetting that he's Japanese.
Yeah.
You do.
I just, like, when I originally made the character, I had, like, a very clear image of, like, middle-aged, white, like, blue-collar worker.
Maybe he was
character.
that in Vampire One. Now he's not.
It's Rashomon.
Storms of Yichao.
He just keeps changing every one. Next time he's a black man.
Dolomite, baby.
Yeah.
Alright, yeah, it is one of those service chambers that the city has many of that basically was sealed up because it doesn't serve a purpose anymore. It just hasn't been and just hasn't had anything put on top of it or anything. Like some of these are turned into nice sweet basement suites, or some of them are turned into like little stores or kitschy little clubs or whatever. But yeah, you need a service jack to open it. Did you bring one? Of course you did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about, a 900 square foot chamber. And it has a bunch of nonsense carved all over it in the form of environmental yantras to help focus Seer spellcasting. A lot of Illuminati stuff all over the place, and another serial killer newspaper clipping wall, just like every other mage you've met has. Mages are big on these.
I'm not the only one. They're not the freak.
Yeah, a lot of them are like pictures of dogs and like cutout pages of the Wolfman novels.
So what you're saying is it's not a serial killer wall, it's just, a puppy collage.
Yeah, but there's like red marks over their eyes, or like pins with like felt everywhere, flags on maps and stuff.
I'm going to compare his connections to my own and see if there's anything I've been missing that I can just steal from his now that he's dead.
Apparently he's tracking some sort of gang that exists in Atlantis One.
Is there anyone I recognize in his pictures?
Not offhand, no.
Okay. It'd be really shitty if it turns out that my gang was actually all werewolves.
Who mentioned a pack before? Like, there was a
He
pack.
did. In his notes.
In his note, in his
Yep.
letter.
Snapping pictures of all of this. Taking stuff off the walls, various clippings that seem to be important.
So werewolves.
Okay. I cast Supernal Ability to try find anything magical around here.
Taxes.
No, that's cool.
There is a box in like a little floor safe that is just easy to get into because you're fucking wizards.
Yep.
And there are tasks in the form of lead cubes, just in like in a sugar cube box. There's like 12 of them.
Stocking up for the winter.
Yep.
Yeah, there's like address stuff taped to it. Like it looks like it was a package he opened up. Like he's being mailed tasks.
Huh. From who?
No return address.
We have to track that. There might be more Seers in the city.
Maybe it came from outside the city.
Maybe.
We can track, who brought it in and so on. His package, then we can track it a little bit.
So that could easily imply that he was sent here as an agent. And if they're sending Seers down here, then...
I mean, he's been around here for decades, so...
And decades and decades and decades.
doesn't keep him from being an agent.
They're organized, so... Yeah, he is an agent.
Yeah, package has like stamps and stuff on it, like it was sent overseas.
Okay.
There's also maps of the city everywhere, like every mage you've ever ran into, like maps of the city and diagrams of the underbelly and stuff. And it looks like he's using different colors to track ley lines and stuff, and they're wild and all over the place, like he was doing some recon work.
Cool, I'll take that.
How are they focused above the Russian dome? Specifically, over where we found his body. Is it starting to curve weirdly there, or is it normal looking?
It looks like it's as normal as the dome's undercity gets. It looks like he was trying to account for weird inconsistencies and stuff he couldn't quite explain. From the notes, it looks like he's not mentioning vampires like at all. You guys have just not known.
Yeah, fair enough, or he deemed them unimportant. One of the two.
Any marks of hollows?
No, not on here.
Okay.
Or it looks like there were marks for Hallows and they disappeared, or like they changed, or something altered them, and he's just been tracking.
Okay. So his stick was tracking ley lines, tracking the pack, and doing his Seer stuff. Anything else?
There are human remains in here.
Oh, shit.
Go on, death magic.
Do it, death magic slaps you.
Good way to get lit on fire.
I mean, I'm the one who forces.
Yeah, but I still have a fucking
Fair
super
spray.
soaker full of gasoline and a lighter.
Oh my!
Look
no.
at you, you're Michael Iron Man now.
Perfect
You're just
back on
drunkenly
you.
swinging it around, just lighting people on fire.
Space. I'll cover the space. You kill yourself.
It is a human skull that still contains like remnants of a brain that have long since dried out because it's been here for a while. It looks like he had an old school overhead projector, and he's been slicing the brain into very thin slices and put it on the projector and trying to project information onto a whiteboard and like track information using forces in prime because
Cool.
he doesn't have mind or death.
So he was trying to figure out how to do surgery on himself.
It looks like he's trying to drag information from the brain.
Weird. Can I see how this person died?
Sam Jacobs. You don't even have to roll. Sam Jacobs hit them in the back of the head with a shovel.
Jesus Lord.
Wow. He's direct.
That unequivocally answers the issue, shitty person thing. Was this person supernatural?
Nope.
Jeez.
You're able to get an accurate recreation of what they look like. They look like a man in black.
Like
a very nondescript Japanese man in a business suit with glasses and an earpiece and gloves, and like dull black shark eyes.
reminds me of how Owl
Huh.
Monster Man is dressed.
Well, it looks kind of malnourished, like they don't sleep a lot with bags under their eyes.
Maybe Ash will know something about this.
She's Asian, he's Asian, you know.
Men in Black, possibly government.
His personal effects are here, like the business suit and the earpiece and stuff are all here, including his briefcase.
What's in his briefcase?
Sam Jacobs taken up and analyzed it. It's documentation.
Sorry, what did you just say?
Sam Jacobs took out the documents and then we're analyzing them. It looks like it was a case study on the Leviathan skeleton out there from like 7 years ago.
Oh.
About the masquerade or just the skeleton itself?
The skeleton itself, because it's clearly not a whale skeleton,
Hmm.
it hasn't rotted in like the 20 years it's been there.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, those things like take 100 years to decompose completely.
Not when underwater bloom happens. They clean it out pretty quick.
Oh, yeah, you get... Well, the flesh gets eaten.
Plus, the strains around Atlantis One are hyper-virulent because of the stacks and all of the like rich materials and minerals that the city provides for the ecosystem. So corpses tend to decompose very quickly out here.
How
And it's still
how
been here for-
coincidentally convenient.
Yeah.
Oh, LaCroix.
You guys care if I take these?
The man, the briefcase he belonged to has a stylized M on it. He belonged to an organization called Monarch.
Huh, I've never heard of that.
Gonna take a picture of that big M.
If I heard of the monarchs.
Yeah, who has
Politics.
politics or cult?
We all have a cult.
A cult plus just a cult?
Intelligence.
Yeah, it'd be M plus a cult.
Yeah. Nothing.
3 successes.
Oh, here comes Kevin.
5.
Exceptional
Nice.
success. Motherfucker, you're inspired again.
I'll take the dramatic failure.
You'll take dramatic... God damn it, Peter. They're amazing.
Deeds!
Monarch is a transnational...
Next time we're playing a game and you want something, I'm just gonna walk up and stab your character when you're not trying to do shit.
Oh no, a
Dramatic
werewolf.
failure in your liver.
I'll kill you. Monarch
I
is
dramatically failed healing you, Peter. I'm the healer.
Oh no, werewolves kill themselves.
Not if you're fucking dead. Dramatic
Yeah.
failure for healing would probably do more damage. You'll fucking die.
Oh no.
So what did I find out?
Monarch is a transnational clandestine government organization attached to Russia, Japan, and the United States that was founded around post-World War II that focuses on the locating of supernatural leviathans.
Well, shit. I'm gonna mark that as an arcane feat.
Yeah.
No one thinks they exist because no one's seen activity out of them since Vietnam.
But clearly they're back now, so that's...
Yeah. They're proponents of the Hollow Earth theory.
Oh, okay.
The surface of the Earth is actually the least habitable part of it, and there are entire chambers under the planet with entire ecosystems still existing that we're not able to locate with our level of technology.
That theory, yeah. Which Kaiser would be all about. That's
And
cool.
according to them, these leviathans used to live on the surface of the world, and the dinosaurs were their stunted, mutated progeny from when the Doomsday scenario happened, and they all receded into these natural pockets where there was enough life and large amounts of nutrition for them to continue living in their large state until going dormant and basically sleeping off the millennia. And when the planet, gets to the right environment again, they'll start emerging.
Do they have business cards or anything in this stash?
Oh Christ, no!
No?
Oh Christ, no!
Why would you want to give out your business cards with that thing?
Kaiser wants to contact these guys, so he's just going to take everything about this.
Yeah, clandestine typewriter written paperwork from 10 years ago.
This is a group I'd like to work with. So yeah, Kaiser's just gonna take all that.
Yes, monarch. They're not the monarchs, just monarch.
Like a butterfly.
Yeah, a little.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
Yeah. So anything else in here?
That's it. This guy he killed, it looks like he was analyzing his brain for information.
So how about all that Seer's gold?
Fine. Roll investigation plus wits.
All of us?
Yeah. Do you know about Seer's gold? Do you all know about Seer's gold? Lily Tomlin told you about Seer's gold.
No successes.
Failure. But I can't take it down.
I took a chance die and I got a 10 on it.
I'm gonna take a
Success.
dramatic failure.
I'm gonna take a dramatic failure.
We end up owing him money.
You found that. It latched onto you.
All right, who got successes?
I got a single success on a chance.
Very good. All right, so
Remember when you got a fucking exceptional success on a chance die? That was ridiculous.
all right, 2 hours go by because you trip the security in here, and all the shutters go down. And you have to untrip the security,
Oh no, magics.
Or Kaiser can do that because Lark's an 8. So
and you find under another floor safe there was another chamber under here, and in it. It is like a curated smoke room that has like cigars and stuff and like lounge chairs and stuffed animals. And in it is a safe that's open and it's basically set up like a fireplace would be, so you can like view it from angles in the room while you're smoking and looking at it, and the light like highlights it. Is a safe full of Nazi gold from Sweden.
I don't want this. No wait, is there like a Holocaust museum?
Not in Atlantis One.
Really? Huh.
What, Japan, Canada, or Russia? Which one do you think would have a Holocaust museum?
Canada.
Japan.
Canada has them.
Yeah, but not in the tourist place.
Yeah, true enough.
Canada does have Holocaust museums, but yes,
I'm
it
gonna take
is.
my share here so I can.
No, they're the Seer of the Thrones. It's Nazi gold. Where'd it come? Where'd all that gold go, Sweden? We don't know.
Down on the water.
Yeah, Kaiser's gonna take his half or portion so we can mail it to a Holocaust museum.
Very good.
Well,
How do we know it's Nazi gold? Does it have like Nazi symbols
Yes.
over it? What are you supposed to do with
swastikas.
Swastikas, imperial eagles, Swedish banknotes.
So
Can we like melt it and turn it into non?
I mean, this stuff has been melted down from fillings and watches already.
Oh!
Right?
Oh, I don't
Just
want
think about
it.
all your death resonance coming from here.
Oh yeah, there's emotional connections to this stuff.
I don't want it either.
So
Peter.
I'm gonna give you my share to mail to whatever you just said.
okay.
I don't want to deal with this.
I'm space to my, domain, kick it over the dimension and there, done.
So you know how he like murdered a guy and was the Seer of the Throne? This is what proves that he was a really shitty person.
Oh yes.
Holy
He was
fuck.
abusing it to smoke at it and look at it.
Like
Why are there teddy bears down there?
What?
You said there were teddy bears down there.
stuffed animals.
Oh,
There were teddy bears.
like mounted actual animals.
Stuffed
used to be-
animals.
I was like, teddy bears and stuff. I'm like, what
No,
the
there's
fuck?
like an albino rhinoceros head mounted to the wall.
He needs,
Chuck
he needs,
this now.
he needs, Mr. Snuggles under one arm when he cackles at the
That's
Holocaust.
what I was so confused. I'm like, what?
No, albino rhinoceros, a Bengal tiger throw rug,
No, he just like really gets off.
endangered animals.
He really gets off on stuffed animals from dead people from the Holocaust.
Right?
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
I'm taking this rug.
Sears.
It's mine.
what's it made out of?
It's an actual tiger, a Bengal tiger.
Like those white tigers that are endangered and heavily inbred. Oh my
I don't
God.
even need a bed at this point. I'm
Let
just
me
gonna
pause
eat
it.
this.
We're back. The chair's made out of bald eagle, like eagle beak and stuff, and stuff with down.
And this is how Kaiser turns into a seer.
I just really like this rug. I'm fine with stealing from the Seers for their shit.
It's okay. I don't respect them.
Exactly. So yeah, I'm taking this rug. It's mine now.
There you go. You found the treasure of Sam Jacobs.
And if we play the Seers, this will be all ours.
Also, we like some
I don't
cigar
want
from
it.
his stash.
There's Cuban cigars in here. Conflict cigars.
Yay!
Just
I don't smoke.
Yay!
This is less awful than Nazi gold, so into the bag it goes.
There's also conflict diamonds.
Into the bag it goes.
I'm already rich. It's fine.
So this is like cartoonishly over the top for Seers of the Throne. My god.
It's just kind of all around in this room too. Like there's just wealth down here
Yeah.
that you can just bask in.
Yeah. We're gonna steal all of it. You know, we should actually give some of this to his daughter, because she's, you know...
Set a trust fund for her.
It's your dad's secret Nazi room.
Okay, what we should do instead
Burn
is
this
like
place down?
set up a scholarship account
With your
for
own
her,
money.
and like don't tell her.
Evolve.
We paid for your college with Nazi money.
Like don't tell her that. Pay
Here,
for
Miss
other
Jacobs.
stuff.
Here, a trust account. Why does it have $5 million on it? Oh, no reason. You definitely have an inheritance.
Yeah, let's just liquidate these assets and you know. So
There's some tequila bottles you made from what do you call it? What do you call it when you put like an animal in the liquor and like distill it from them?
Gross.
Mine.
Yeah, well, there's like cobra liquor in here. and
Oh
stuff.
yes. That's
Like an entire king cobra in a big bottle.
Well, give it to Ash. She may do it.
cobra. Could reanimate this tiger.
Yes, you could combine it with those little critters and then make some stuff very...
So we thoroughly loot this place.
Yes.
There's like a beanbag chair made out of a panda.
Oh my god.
You know, some of this room
Mm-hmm.
kind of if you look at your porn pictures, some of this room is in those pictures.
Oh my god.
Let's make out on the Nazi goals.
Oh shit. Heather tucks away that picture again.
Oh my god, they were having sex in the Nazi room.
Time to burn this place
We're not
down.
allowed to bring a blacklight in here.
I thought you were gonna say a black person. I was
What?
like, I mean, no, but
So how many Ascalings do you find?
So yeah, thoroughly looting his porn palace.
Debauch.
Yeah, his porn palace of debauchery.
Exceptional success and exceptional failure. We can't keep any of this.
Anonymous donation.
So you're going to donate your own money to her while you keep the treasure inside.
Oh no, like I said, I'm sending the gold to a museum, because...
It belongs in a museum.
Yes. I'm not keeping this shit, oh my god.
it's horrible, and also we don't want to be haunted.
Death site, oh god.
Oh no! I'm sorry!
Good thing I don't get death.
I think I have no soul.
Alright, we're sorry. We just wanted the loot.
So yeah,
Looted.
he didn't teach us much about the Promethean, but now I think it's time to confront her.
You had sex on the eagle beak chair?
Hey, do those diamonds look familiar to you?
She's just like,
What is swastika gold?
yeah, seriously, she's just gonna be like, that's why I killed him. I was like, what are these symbols on this gold you have? And I looked it up, and I mean, I gave him cancer like the next day.
Just take a large chain, put that bar of gold on your neck, and walk into the art gallery.
The gold, the eagle Aquilian on it?
Yes?
The stuffed unicorn from fucking...
Yeah, that's exactly what this room evokes.
Oh,
The Witcher unicorn.
take that rug, just use it to throw on, wearable piece of clothing.
So you're gonna walk into the art gallery with them thrown around you like a cape, the panda beanbag chair turned into a set of pants, and you just have Nazi gold hanging off of you in chains.
God, no.
With a bottle of Cobra Venom wine and like a bunch of rings on your fingers that are conflict diamonds. You're like, you killed me!
4 out of the 5.
You killed
I mean, is that art gallery in the Japan Dome?
I think it's in the Promenade Dome, I said.
Okay.
Pity.
Oh, you
This is
just
how we can walk in. I'll just
Right.
be like, I'm a famous artist. Look at me. And they're like, you are wearing an endangered animal on your shoulders. You're clearly an artist.
Are we for the smugglers over the border?
Oh, yes. Yes, most definitely. We'll bribe them.
Space, toss, down.
Okay.
Meh, using space, you can just dump this stuff back into your home. You can redecorate. Or the quit's like, my god, so
Diamonds.
luxurious.
Diamonds pouring on her. She's like, yes.
Oh, the
knew
bloodier
it.
the better.
I knew you'd deliver.
Okay, so...
Cobra Venom alcohol.
Oh, yeah, I'm not sending that over. I'm keeping that. And the cigars.
And the brain damage.
This count as stealing an art piece.
I mean, some of
Yes.
us were pieces of art.
I mean, these art pieces were stolen, and you're continuing to steal them.
Yes, exactly. I'm stealing them from the rich and giving them to me, the poor.
Resources 3.
Only 3, man, he was low.
So yeah, that's a beat.
There we go. We did it, gang. First bit of the session. Just think, this is like playing Fallout, like, you know, starting a new game. You know where to beeline for the treasure.
Oh my god, right?
You know if tomorrow you won't open up and let someone else in, then the treasure you have inside may never come out. And the treasures inside may never come out. Alright, well, that's that. You guys loot this place.
Good stuff.
There's like a library here too of like novels and shit, and like, you know, just stuff that wasn't as important to describe. Looks like this was a nice little home away from home for Sam Jacobs when he wasn't around his daughter.
But you need to get away from her. This picture is like an inflatable kiddie pool down here, so you can roll around and all it's gold.
I'm a Seer of the Throne. We're morally ambiguous.
I'm so sick and tired of this, you know, blue collar lifestyle. I need to go and be a bourgeoisie.
Oh my god. There's so much of this we can just never use anywhere. Except this tiger cloak. The tiger carpet is amazing.
And we just bring it over to the Masons, and they'll make some good use of that.
They don't get shit.
They'll get my part.
They're like, oh yes, naughty gold. Put it with the rest.
And you're like, but put
Collection's
it
complete.
with the rest.
Oh yeah, I guess you don't actually consume mana crystals, so it's not like you just are like, oh, lead.
No, don't eat the lead. You'd have to use prime to transubstantiate into mana. Luckily, you have a prime fucking Tesla charger station here.
So yeah, art gallery next, I think.
Okay. You guys drop your shit off.
Also offload.
Sure. And we're back. So, you guys are heading to the art gallery?
Yep.
What's the name of the art gallery?
The Abyss.
Go.
There they go.
Alright, so the Abyss is in the Promenade Dome. It is one of those buildings that is freestanding. It's circular, it looks kind of like a pagoda. It looks like it's probably 4,000 square feet. Has 3 stories to it, cylindrical. has a lot of really nice like window layouts and stuff, and they've all been covered with blackout curtains on the inside and tinted windows.
What kind of security does this place seem to have?
There are 2 security guards out front. They are larger people that look like they're bouncers, and they're wearing suits.
Cool. When you arrive, guys, just going to do a once around the building in entirety. Figure out like windows, back doors. Case the joint a bit.
You can case it, sure. There are exits out of the building, like there's a back exit and stuff, and fire exits and whatnot. It's up to code.
Good to know.
It looks like it has like an electronic security system on the windows and shit.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Front doors, right there.
I guess we enter.
Yep. So yeah, they open the front doors, you go in, there's basically a room that's kind of like a blackout room, like it's like a closet where you'd, not a closet, that's like an entryway where you'd like hang up your coats and stuff or check them in. And the doors in the back close and the doors in the front open, and there's like blackout curtains in front of them, and you go in and the art gallery is kept like dark. And it's lit by red light.
It would be really funny if this was a trap made by the vampires.
Fuck you, Psycho!
We're killing you, mages, you and your Nazi gold.
Hello, coats. Who have really that much coats and this one? Everything is like pretty much the same temperature. And
People wear
climate controlled.
coats. It's a coat check. It's also a way to keep your vision from staying dark so people coming in don't ruin the effect inside. The dark table here in Vancouver actually has that. It's a place where you eat blind. There's actually like a setup set just like that so that when you go in, the light doesn't go in and disrupt the meal of everyone else. It's where you eat in complete darkness. It's pretty fun. So yeah, the art gallery has like, pillars set up in the middle of the room with paintings on them, freestanding statues, things hanging from the ceiling. All of them are illuminated by red light or sometimes black lights. And everything has a very weird kind of illumination to them. The people inside, the people that are basically managing the art displays, are all people in like Chernobyl-style Geiger suits. And their suits have been treated with a material where when they get near the black lights or whatever, it like lights up and there's biohazard symbols all over them. And there's a constant little crackling sound coming from the backs of their suits.
It's a really cool art gallery.
I just thought of it now.
Do any of your dev sites come up? Vampires!
Yeah, there's a vampire in here. Bruno's in here.
Oh, hi.
Thank you.
Dressed as himself.
Yeah!
Is there a way with like crafts or something to tell if the suits are just for look or if they're actually functional?
It looks like they're authentic Chernobyl Geiger suits that have been cleaned up for this display.
Alright.
It even says so on the plaque. Authenticity, Nicole.
I mean, when they were cleaning up Chernobyl, they literally have suits. They just like slap on whatever.
Authenticity, Fyodor. In this day and age, the suits, after being decontaminated, give off enough background radiation that you get from the sun if you're on the surface.
Huh.
But not the same type, which is why Bruno's fine.
Fucking Lord!
He just hung around here too long and he got cancer. That's what happened.
Everybody gets cancer.
There's like tritium slugs and everything. The little like tritium rods that give off like kind of like gun sights. They have tritium gas in them that give off radiation to light stuff up. Those are everywhere on the floor and stuff, lighting the way. There's little like accents to everything around here. Yeah, people are just going about. There's like 50 people in here going to and fro.
Huh.
Oh my goodness.
What? Oh, wake up, buddy.
Just like art admirers and stuff, I guess.
Yep.
Does anyone really stand out aside from, the aforementioned vampire?
That Delilah woman's here.
Oh, good.
Excellent.
She's dressed up essentially as Vampirella. What?
Does my death side go off?
No.
Interesting.
I mean,
Yeah, it's that very loose kind of silky outfit that leaves very little to the imagination. Her hair, which is like long and black, is done up in the beehive and has like white lines painted on the side of it, like Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And whenever she walks by the suit guys, their suits make a little higher pitch zzz. And those little tritium bulbs are basically lined in her outfit.
Don't get too close to her for too long.
I mean, if she's Promethean, what sort of side would she treat?
It's a mystery.
Let's roll!
Start fucking spellcasting around her. She doesn't have a mage site or anything. Don't do that thing you were just exactly talking about not tipping your hand. Do it.
Which of you understands art? Because I sure as hell don't.
I have crafts.
You should go talk to her. You're already like a vampire's muse.
I've got some academics.
Academics is not the same as art.
Fyodor's an architect. He's
yeah.
a natural artist.
Academics is the soft things. It is art versus science is the actual science things.
Professor's expression 3.
Academics is The Mona Lisa was painted in this year by this guy.
History,
These are the techniques.
literature,
Yeah,
art.
art
Academics can
is
be
crafts.
No,
Academics can be multiple things, Nicole,
it's like
including art appreciation.
crafts is making art. Academics is analyzing art.
Like, those people who go to university for art history and art theory and understand that shit, that's academics.
Yeah.
Having a doctorate in art. That's literally what it is.
Yeah. You have to be a painter to be.
Cassandra, quick, draw a picture. And she draws all that fucking technology. And it's like, no, draw like a fucking flower. Draw a feeling. And she's like, what?
Cassandra?
What? I'm just gonna draw this fucking thing again. No, I'm talking about Cassandra from starting it. But anyways, whatever.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have a lot of dots in it for the various things. It all kind of is based on what you know. It's not important, but you're wrong, that's all that matters.
You're not wrong.
Anyway, back to the relevance. What's up?
Huh. Okay, so what was that plan here?
Yeah, what's the plan here, guys?
Yeah.
Talk to her and then preferably not immediately accuse her of murdering Sam Jacobs.
All of you standing abreast, point at her and start making the invasion of the body. Yeah, the invasion of the body, that's your scream.
If you make this sound accusatory, she's going to assume we're hunting her down for it, and she will give us cancer.
Can we just walk up and give her a high five, being like, "You killed that dude. Good job."
Have some Nazi gold as a reward.
We've also got to do this in a way that's not going to make it seem like it's a trap.
That's complicated.
Oh god, you guys have to have tact for this.
If only Ian was here.
Get fucked, Ian!
Well, yeah, I guess we don't have anything that we want to accomplish, so social maneuvering wouldn't necessarily work here. Yeah. Huh.
She's currently showing some prospective art people, a human cadaver that's been preserved and influenced of all its skin and muscle, but it's also had a lot of its shoulder blades turned into kind of wings. It's part of the Gunther von Hagen's Bodyworks collection.
Oh shit, I've actually seen that.
Yeah, and it's an art piece called Icarus.
That's really cool. I'm a doctor.
It's an actual human
art man.
corpse.
I want to know how they died, but that requires casting magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does.
Cast the magic.
Wow.
Do it.
Is
Or you can read
magic-
the plaque.
Yeah, Bodyworks people
I mean,
are all...
it could be a lie. Could be another fucking Sam.
That fucking
Jacob.
Seer's eye shows up. It's all like, trust the lie. No, Pooh, that's on Honey, that's the lie. The exarchs did nothing wrong.
I mean, the exarchs were just as shitty as the other mages that came over,
The exarchs were equally as bad as everyone else, and that's morally ambiguous.
The exarchs are fucking mages. Why are you worshiping them like gods? They're just the same as you.
Yes, they're the
Fuck them.
They're the rickest Ricks.
They're the most powerful archmages from the time before magic was broken.
No, Pooh, you're eating the Cainite heresy. Who is Cain?
Okay, so I guess you can talk her up about all the medical stuff.
You guys are talking in front of a statue that is a display piece of a human heart it's an apple, but it's been opened 3/4, and the inside has all the ventricles of a human heart, and the actual material of the apple is made out of heart material, and even has leaves and a stem on it.
Huh, morbid.
This is super fascinating and super cool, but also
It's called Original Sin.
what the shit? Oh, that's really cool.
Oh yeah, Bodyworks is basically all these people donated their bodies to science when they died, and instead of being science, they were turned into art projects and study projects, and a full explanation to show the public about the human body and anatomy and how it works. There's one that's a skinned man holding his own full thing of skin.
Did
Kaiser
they peel him
says.
in one piece like an apple?
Yeah, basically. And yeah, he does say that, just in character.
I mean, I guess that's a reference to some of the religious works where you had some that saint that was skinned and so on, and yeah, there are some paintings that show him holding his own skin in heavens and stuff.
Oh yeah, there's a saint who was flayed.
Yeah.
He just wanted his personal space.
Everything comes full circle.
Alright.
Circles and circles.
How to approach this? Suppose I'll wait till she's done schmoozing with people.
Guess
People are all very impressed and stuff, and like if you turn on the lights and stuff, there's like writing on the actual body, not on the body itself, but on a layer that's been put on top of it, and it shows the various Egyptian signs of the body chakras and stuff, where the different parts of the soul were kept.
Neat.
That's all stuff I recognize too.
Yeah. You're the expert of this stuff.
I'd love to return talking about that actually, about the various meanings. And...
Oh yeah, she'll engage with you on it.
Oh yeah. I'll just get into a big conversation with her about, the various meanings and such like that, and asking her, like, why do you... Is this her art piece? Like, is her name on it, or...?
No, it was donated by Gunther von Hagen.
Oh, okay.
She's probably just the curator here.
Yeah. I'll kind of gauge her expertise on it herself, like, if she really knows what she's talking about here.
Yeah, she knows.
Oh, yeah. Awesome. Are there any pieces here that are like related to cancer or illness, like anything like that, or
a lot of it is very mythology based. There's even one that's done like it's an oil painting, and it's been done with like blood from different animals and been touched up, and it's a picture of Christ on the cross being pierced by Longinus, and some of the blood has sprayed on his face and left a handprint on it. And it's simply titled Mark of Cain.
Huh.
Fucking vampires! Being all meta and stuff.
Kaiser, by the way, why'd you choose this theme? Is this like a particular favorite of yours?
She kind of looks down at you because, again, she's gigantic.
Really tall?
Oh, it was collected from the various contributing artists that were inspired by recent events and a shared interest in the topic.
Recent events?
Just in the world, in history, the wall falling,
I get you.
the death of the old world, the beginning of the new, the myth of Babel falling, being brought up with the division between East and West Germany, how the old world and the remnants of the Great War has passed on to a new world whose God is that of the self and excess. Capitalism is the new Christ. God died with the gold standard and all.
Yeah, I can see that. Just making a winking motion with that one. Nobody can see it in the dark.
I'm a communist.
How are you a communist and also part of a super capitalistic, self-serving cult? You're not a communist. Fuck you. You like to tell people you're a communist, but
Soviet
you're not.
communist.
Yeah, you're not a communist. You're a liar is what you are.
What is communism?
Seem to
Welcome
have
to the party.
quite the fascination with death. Death
Death.
and radiation.
Death and art all share very similar themes, and of course with the transition from the old world to new, the old world, the age of the atom is firmly over. No one wants this technology in their homes anymore. It's been relegated to the dustbin.
Passing fad.
The last reactor was fully completed 15, 20 years ago. There will be no more. Not with the stigmata on it.
It does seem to hold a special place in your heart, though.
Well, it's original sin for the new age. Something that could save the world's energy crisis in a way Atlantis One never could, but will never be used to its full potential. It's Prometheus giving fire to man from the gods and man rejecting it out of base fear. It's a beautiful moment where man could save itself from its excess and chooses not to out of ignorance. It's a trend where people take the opiate of pop culture understanding instead of the hard science of the technology. What could represent this age better?
Fair enough. Hiroshima, Chernobyl.
The ice caps melting, the reports of the lead in the air.
Constant fear of a meltdown.
Not even the meltdown. The climate is changing. Energy consumption is moving far outside of the biome's ability to manage it. The ocean is acidifying. Coral reefs are starting to degrade. The planet can't keep up with our consumption, and instead of resolving the issue with an easy solution, we've instead chosen to simply continue on consuming as if everything's fine. Developing countries, Russia, China is beginning its boom, Japan, they're all catching up with the American exceptionalism of staying out of the Great War.
Fair.
The nuclear age is the fire of the gods that was rejected. We will not learn anything from it. Relegated to children getting cavities searched in a dentist's chair.
Still does have its uses, definitely.
X-ray machines.
Like, I get it, but just that's not what cavity search means.
I mean,
so
they're
it's like,
searching their
what?
cavities.
That's
in the teeth.
just not what you meant to say. I'm assuming.
She has like a sway to her as she's talking.
Like she's really getting into it.
Yeah. She's super full of herself.
I consider myself a bit of an artist as well, as do my friends of various sorts. We'd love to talk about this in more depth, perhaps in private.
Well, of course. Patrons of the Abyss, of course, are invited to all of the private club affairs, so it is invite only. We tend to pick from the cream of the culturally relevant crop in the city, the great experiment. Contributions really shine.
I can imagine.
One of our newest inductees, a Tycho, he points to the Mark of Cain art piece, the Christ being crucified. It's like that was his donation to the exhibit that inducted him in.
Do you paint that?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow. When you were describing his paint, like Devin, out of character, obviously, when you were describing his painting, I wasn't picturing it that good. Like, I was picturing, like, whatever, it's painting, but I was picturing that painting really good, so now I'm, like, reevaluating how good of a painter he
It's a
actually is.
painting depicting, how Atlantis One was formed, basically.
And it's painted entirely in blood.
He doesn't even care about that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the oil work is all mixed in with animals that were slaughtered in a kosher way from very specific parts of the world. And she starts pointing out the brush strokes, how no two brush strokes are actually the same. They all go in like different geometric patterns and stuff, and like continuously line into themselves. He said it took 300 hours.
300 hours. Dedication.
Well, of course, various preservatives had to be used and different layers and masking to keep the medium from rotting. But if you were to leave this in a non-climate controlled environment, you could still smell the copper coming off of it. A very visceral, auditory, and sensory, or a very visceral olfactory experience that comes with viewing the piece. You could be there like you were Christ himself on the cross, hearing yourself be put down. Or not hearing, but smelling it, smelling your own viscera peel out as your people abandoned you for a murderer, as they gave Barabbas up. Very inspired, Mr. Tycho. Man rejecting fire. For an easy solution, a comfortable solution.
I just have no idea how to talk to this lady. She's all like, blah blah blah, smart stuff. And my character's
Fire?
like, what? Okay, that art looks cool.
Take out your super soaker and give her some fire.
Spray her with gasoline, roll initiative! What do you think about that? You're not better than me.
It's your bang! It's your bang, Promethean! Yeah.
There is actually another reason that looks back that I came here. Do you know a man named...
I'm sorry, I thought that was the end of your sentence, and I was like, what? What?
Hi,
So at
are you-
this point, we're just going around in circles around the top.
Hi, are you single?
Sam Jacobs.
She kind of looks at you three.
Also, the fact that he said, "Did you know a man?" not "Do you," is very telling.
Did you? He just kind of inclines his head at that.
You knew the doctor.
Yeah.
By
Well-
his non-shadow name. She makes a cracking sound with her knuckles that is very audible, like a popping sound. Kind of like granite being shuffled around inside a cement mixer.
There's no hostility over this, but it is something we would like to discuss.
She starts looking you three over. She's going to appraise you. What's your, how does resisting a power work? You roll your resistance trait versus them?
Yeah, which... So that's...
Roll your
Gnos-
resistance and mental trait versus your gnosis.
Gnosis
All
and
three of you do it
resistance
I mean, versus or with?
With...
What's our resistance?
So
Result.
it goes well, no, it'll be where intelligence is, and it'll say the resistance trait.
Resolve.
Oh, it's resolve? Good. Perfect. Yeah, that then.
Resolve and Gnosis.
Roll that right goddamn now.
1, 2... 2 successes.
2 successes.
Same.
Okay, who got 2 successes?
Everyone.
Everybody.
You all have to re-roll.
1, 2... 2 successes.
2.
No successes.
Yeah.
It's
Aha.
just annoying because I have 4s in all my resistance stats.
She got 3. So yeah, she you can feel her visibly, like those Geiger meters start like redlining, like super redlining.
Start crackling.
Okay, so she's trying to do something here?
You can feel her scanning your mind. Like you can actually you notice it because you actually push back. All right, and we're back. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you can actually feel that she scanned your guys' brains. You don't quite know what she was pulling out because you didn't succeed at pushing back. She was like, John Galt, a criminal and a hippie. I see.
Should we cast something on her back?
No.
Oh, would you like to? Would you like to begin this? Because she is ready to begin.
If she's scanning us, we can scan her.
Also, if any of you guys have, any of your characters have reason to know who is John Galt, you get the reference.
Mm.
I'm assuming it's a communist reference? I don't know.
Atlas Shrugged, the piece of shit capitalist quark character who everyone jerks off about constantly. John Galt, the perfect man who smokes and stuff. Like, it's stupid. It's fucking dumb. Atlas Shrugged is a terrible book. It's written by a terrible human being. Anyway, she will move over to a she's not leaving this room where there's all these sleepers around, which she kind of mouths as she's looking at the 50 people in here, but instead moves over to a display not a lot of people around. It's an empty display.
Okay.
So who are you? You're not Seers. You're not part of the Iron Pyramid.
No, definitely not. I was a friend of Sam Jacobs before I knew about any of this, so I had been investigating his disappearance.
You're newly awakened?
Yes.
That makes sense. This was a very green move.
So yes, we found him, and we found out what happened to him. We're basically just investigating. I don't have anything else to add to that.
She's standing there, like, waiting for you guys to
That was it. We're investigating it. That's why we came here.
You seem to have your answers.
So why? Why'd you do it? And how?
He was a seer of the throne, and with magic.
Where'd you go from this dalliance with him to wanting to kill him? Or was that always the intention?
Were you drinking any of that Cobra liquor?
Yes.
She sniffs. You've been in this Nazi gold room.
He showed you the contents. Was there any of that in the actual photo, or was it just dead animals? Because
You didn't quite see that in the pictures because there's different angles and stuff. There was a camera in that room too. There was also like a video camera. Like Jesus Christ. Yes, around the time I saw his Nazi gold room.
So he actually brought you there?
Oh yes, we had many dalliances there.
Did he just think you'd be okay with the...
Yes.
So he was stupid and evil. Okay.
I seduced him.
Yeah. So we definitely got the distinct feeling she wasn't human though, right?
Oh yeah. Also the Geiger counters when she was reading your mind all blew to black. Like the "you're going to die" black.
So what are you?
A pilgrim.
I think back. Is there anything that would have used that term or elaborate?
Someone that's on a different road than you are, going for a different destination.
That is what a pilgrim is.
Differing destinations, same origins. Like Air Bruno and his vampirism, leading him to shrug the condition's weaknesses.
We have no recognition in our eyes when she says that.
She, with her hand, gestured over to
Tycho.
to Tycho,
Well-
who's leaning up against a statue of a woman made out of elephant tusk and bone. That's like
Ivory.
yeah, ivory. That's the one. That has like a skull face on it. Anyway, he's leaning up against it, just casually fanning himself with like a actual like noble person's fan or whatever, and just kind of watching, kind of like with half his face.
Well, when you say same origin, we're human. Tycho was human. We get the distinct impression you're not.
Born of the fires of...
Radiation.
That's a word for it.
Caesar's like, yeah, I mean, I was trying to be arty about it, but okay.
Born for the
fire
fires of mankind.
Prometheus.
Yes, John Galt, you almost had it there. My origin came from someone else who was human, and then I was me, and I'm on a road to discovering what that means.
Through what?
Through the human condition and the changing of society's axes.
So, you were, like, born... Like, when you say you were someone else before, you were born, grew up, and then something changed?
She kind of leans back on a on the empty display piece, and when she does, it like the empty part of it recesses in, and some of the lights kind of like shift around on the roof, like spotlights almost, but they're the black lights. And behind her is a large statue of a beautiful man, like carved into the wall like a bas relief, but it's made out of like the wood and the moorings of like, you know, dozens of sunken ships that sunk in the area. But it's like a man of perfect proportions, like square jaw, superhero proportions basically, but like cranked up to uncanny valley, and like, you know, large hands have large expressive eyes. And it very much is in the style of Mary Shelley's The Modern Prometheus.
An artificial human.
Literally, my
Perfect.
jaw kind of just drops down. I'm just like, I mean, that makes sense. You're way too perfect to have been born normally.
She kind of traces the outline of like her hips and thighs and body as you talk about that, kind of, you know, She's just like she agrees basically, and she's looking at you at the same time, comparing.
Oh my.
Judging.
I was like, should I be like?
No,
How should I be
she's-
feeling about this?
It's
But she's being mean. Okay.
mean, just like she was put together. You were born by random chance. Gataga, bitch.
Gataga?
Oh, it's just this whole thing.
Nice movie though.
Yes, very good. Yeah, she does that when she like kind of just clicks it on the empty podium.
Are there more of you, or like
Thousands?
Shit.
In Atlantis One?
No,
Okay.
maybe a dozen.
Do
I don't. We keep our distance from each other.
Fair.
you appear to give off radiation?
I'm one of the lucky ones in that the type of desolation I supply to the landscape around me is more physical than psychospiritual. Others like me destroy. Others like me irradiate the landscape's soul.
It's really sad. It's actually easy for me to conceptualize though, because we have Mage.
Yeah. You get all this.
Looking back, can I think of any areas that would have its soul, like it withers it.
It creates ghettos on the landscape where people become callous and
So probably.
Out of character, I'm thinking Gotham.
I'm thinking.
Like,
No,
callous and isolated and suspicious
I was thinking that
and
made.
viceful.
I think that made probably like some different spirits move in. At least how we would interpret that, and there's sort of malicious spirits.
How quickly does it happen?
Depends on the. It depends on the pilgrim.
And with you, you can create those wastelands in people.
It depends. It depends on who and what. Sam Jacobs was easy. I just put a tumor in his brain. Or Dr. Mabuse was easy. I just put a tumor in his brain. Did your character get the reference?
Yes.
Nice.
He's just not sharing it because it's like, oh my god, they judge. Or you have to explain it. And
It's super complicated. It's like, okay, you know Doctor Who, you know the Master? And like, no one does. Okay, it's like, okay. Do you know Moriarty? And you'd have to like go down the list of characters that are like Dr. Mabuse.
Exactly. So he's just gonna be like, no, I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Ironic, and not ironic, but as expected, his shadow name was all too telling.
What would be the connection there exactly?
Dr. Mabuse is your classic Svengali type mesmerist, or what's his name? That Genghis Khan character from the Shadow or the Spirit, the Phantom. You know, who basically was like a mesmerist and a tyrant and stuff, and his own like ego was his undoing. He ends up in a doctor's ward, and they took that tumor out of his brain. He doesn't have any mental powers anymore.
oh,
He thought you were in love with him as you were in love with as he was in love with you.
Men like that men like that always do. Though really, he thought I was in love with him as he was in love with himself.
He definitely was. I think that's really all we need to know. You were the last piece of the puzzle.
Well, as long as you don't have some affinity for mages, we'll get in the middle.
The wise are interesting, but not something I like to deal with. Nor the kindred.
Kindred?
She nods her. She lilts her head over it.
Gonna note that.
Also, her outfit, she's dressed up as Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah.
The connections start coming, you're like, oh my fucking
God, you're as
Christ.
overt about it as Bruno is. What the fuck?
Oh my god, she is!
Tycho, rather.
Should we worry about the swamp thing?
Oh no, the mummy.
There's going to be at least one of
Oh
us.
no! All of them. Burn the fires from
I
masquerade.
mean, there's a museum that has an Egyptian exhibit.
And Michael Ironman stole a
Yes.
tune from it that's empty now.
Piece of shit, Michael Ironman.
He's so shitty!
Fucking.
Oh my god, I could just make that really easily.
What? Mummies?
This zombie, but with fucking rapping all over it.
Rapers.
Oh no!
Oh no!
I was
You don't
trying
know,
to say-
bro.
I was trying to say rapping, but I said I
Oh,
didn't
no,
say this
bro.
now, bro.
I mean, you could make it even easier. Just dress yourself up in the wrappings and pretend to be a mummy and tell.
Yeah, but that's
How you-
different. It's not actually undead. Seriously, mummies are just zombies. Like, there's no difference at all.
You will not remember what I show you now, but I will evoke memories of love and passion and death. Emotep from the original
I know,
movie.
bitch. I know. I didn't know his name was Emotep, to be fair, but yes, I know.
Boris Karloff.
Isn't Emotep King Tut's name?
No. Who remembers?
They all share names a lot
Yeah.
of time.
And pop culture is so fucking riddled with mummy pop culture stuff that they're all basically the same guy. Emotep, Akhenaten, King Tut, it's all the same dude.
There's Imhotep, and then there's Cleopatra, and that's all they know.
Yeah. Her and her bee vibrator.
Imhotep, Egyptian chancellor.
Anyway,
Fuck Joseph.
Festus.
she's here.
Any other weird creatures we should know about?
I think that's part of the joy of being wise. You're supposed to really figure it out on your own. I fear your mentor would be cross if I were to spoil it all.
Do you know... Are you done with Sam Jacobs and anything to do with Sam Jacobs?
I don't understand the context of that question.
He has a family.
Yes, his daughter.
Okay,
Sweet thing.
yes. I just wanted to make sure that I wouldn't have to worry about that.
I'm a little worried about her being left alone in that house, especially with the things I've been hearing about. Other than that, she's fine. Nice girl.
What have you been hearing about? I know she was day drinking a few days ago.
Wow, way to
Daydream.
let everyone know about her little habit.
Okay, come on. It's not
I
like
think
I'm telling
that'll
her
solve it.
teacher. I'm telling...
Her dad's secret Nazi mistress, Frankenstein.
She's not a Nazi. She just killed him because he liked Nazi stuff.
I mean, she might be made of the Nazi parts.
No.
That doesn't seem likely. Anyway,
Especially because she's... The way she's been
I
described.
feel the day drinking will stop when she is confirmed that her father has died and isn't looking for him.
Oh yeah, we should really figure out how to make that less of a horrible blow to her than, you know.
How did he die?
So he messed up his spell casting when trying to remove his tumor, and it summoned an entity that thrashed him something fierce.
Tore him asunder.
And
the,
then
the alchemy I employed changed his humors to up his arrogance and sense of self-accomplishment. So he'd try something risky like that. I thought it was appropriate.
yes, he was using an X-ray machine to focus the beam. It was it didn't work. And then we found him in the sewers.
I mean, you know, that creature is just lurking around and something from not this world and not this supernal.
Pardon?
So, well, I mean, the creature thing is still lurking around,
Oh yeah.
and yeah.
I'm sure the wise in the city will take care of it. She looks at you three.
Yeah, cleaning up other people's messes. That's what we do.
Well, at least you don't have a seer in town.
That
Did
is
he ever mention any of the others?
He didn't talk about his superiors. It wasn't quite in his character makeup. We weren't really in the position where he would feel empowered talking about the people who are his bosses or have authority over him. It's not the most empowering thing to talk about when we were meeting.
I mean, he's been around here for...
She says, with subtext, I'm gonna talk about my boss while we're boning. Boom!
I mean, he's been around here for a long while. He might have had some inferiors.
I don't know, would he? If he's here alone, he doesn't have to worry about being over the throne.
I mean, you know,
I never ran into any of them. I never had a sense that he had a coterie of any sort.
That's good.
Died alone.
Well, this has been very interesting.
Enlightening.
So, sorry, did someone make you then? Like, an actual other person made you?
It's a little personal.
I mean, I guess. I'm going to assume the answer is yes.
I mean, that's that far off the ordinary based on what, you know, we've been doing.
That's exactly what I'm trying to do. That's what my obsession is. That right there. I'm talking to it right now. Like.
Hello, obsession. Can I dissect you?
Suffice to say, I was the result of some very unique circumstances aligning, as are most of my contemporaries.
I can't use life to have like X-ray vision to figure out what our insides are like, right?
X-ray vision, that will be forces.
It does sound like forces. X-ray vision might give you like a bioscan.
Yeah, I need to use life.
I mean, you can probably try mage side basically.
Yeah, focused mage sight.
Yeah. Or
Red lines pointing towards all her body.
yeah, that's not noticeable though, so I
I
can
mean,
easily do
it gets noticeable when you start focusing in.
yeah.
Super noticeable, like they get contested rules.
You can do probably supernal vision, which is a prime spell that, you know, starts figuring out all the magical stuff.
I mean, she did scan our brains.
Yes, but she was assessing whether or not she was going to, in the middle of all these sleepers, pick you up and snap her over her knee. And then, you know, put your head between her thighs and crush it like a watermelon.
Gross.
So, you know, it was more preventative medicine than it was all's fair.
I mean, probably should have just
That was
stand
really
her
funny.
there and then so you can assess each other's threats, but now it's kind of like too late.
She
for
assessed, she did an ocular pat down, assessed your threat level, and figured out you weren't secret space wizard Nazis, and gave you a chance before she pumped a bunch of her stats to having strength 9.
I mean, you know, if we would have, you know, scanned her there and then, like, hey, we're assessing that you're not some sort of secret mage killer about to, you know, jump on us.
Then 14 dice worth of backhand would have been going to your jaw because you would have started spellcasting at her. She was the one that had reason to open with combat, not you. If you would have given her that reason, again, 14 dice of, oh no, bro.
Oh no, last session, bro.
What happened? A nuclear harnet crushed my head between her thighs, like a watermelon. I super died.
Atomic slut.
Atomic blondie.
Nope, teleport out of here. Okay.
I want to learn more.
Would you like to know more?
Befriend her
Yes.
Friend her.
on
But
Facebook.
she's so much better at everything than I
Would you
am.
like a hot beverage?
What?
Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory, my god. Alright, I'm gonna pause. And we're back.
Alright, so we have everything we need from her. I'm very interested and I kind of want to dissect her. But I'm not going to because she's intimidating and also there's no reason for me to kill her. She's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, she murdered someone, but also that
She
guy
murdered
was like,
Mage.
the guy loved Nazis and shit, so, I mean, who cares?
He put a scar on his own
Isn't
forehead.
your mage type you're an alchemist?
Yes.
Oh my.
Alchemists are like the enemies of
Yeah.
Prometheans, like the natural enemies.
It's not the same mage type. There's a type of thing called an alchemist with a capital A. And
Oh, okay, I'm like, what?
they're
what?
they're
They-
real pieces of
Yeah,
shit.
they can extend their life by feeding on what's inside a Promethean,
Oh, neat.
like forever. They can just keep being young forever if they drain all the what's
So
it
I
called?
get
the stuff.
Yeah,
The goo.
Azoth. That's the word. If they drain the Azoth from them, they can drink it and become young.
Isn't that the name of the
Vitriol?
king from Undertale?
What the?
Oh, it's Asgore.
Asgore. Okay.
Anyway, Yeah, there's also that thing you were asking about his daughter.
That there's
Yeah.
something worrying.
She said, "Is it alone in the house?" And I said, "Well, she's been daydreaming." And she's like, "Yeah, but I think that'll resolve itself." And then she didn't extrapolate or she didn't expand on it. So my character's assuming that that's just what she's worried about.
That wasn't what she implied at all.
Like my character knows that it's
Yeah,
not
your
about
character
it.
noticed that.
Okay, because that's not what it sounded like out of character. So when you say, in character obviously. So when you say you're worried about Alice, what do you mean besides her father's disappeared?
Friends from her congregation have been saying that she's been complaining about hearing noises outside her house at night, and she saw someone checking into one of the windows. I thought to follow up on it, but I've just had my hands full.
You guys want to stake out?
Definitely. I think we checked in her window one night, but
No.
It was me the whole time.
This was well over a month ago.
oh, then it was not us. Definitely not you, anyways.
And if it's still happening, then yeah.
Definitely, we should definitely look into that. Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, let's leave this place. And I'm not going to steal art because now she knows who we are.
I really like the original sin.
Just the whole thing.
That's like an apple, but it's also a heart, and it's like actually a heart. That's neat.
Awesome. Yes, if you wish to talk more at length, contribute something to the gallery.
Keep that in mind.
The only thing I can think of is, I'm not gonna say this, but I assume you don't want to be paying Nazi gold.
Reject some pot, man. Get
Right,
some good
but I mean,
pot.
okay,
Drugs?
it's been very clear that we are donating that to we're not doing that, but
Kaiser can do some art and donate it. That's really simple. For him,
Reject some
actually.
stuffed endangered animals.
I mean, expression 3. Plus
nice.
whatever skill, so.
Yeah,
Actually,
remember,
yeah,
having
yeah.
1 or 2 dots in a skill is really
Yeah, I
big.
just didn't know he had. I thought you bought expression 1 the other session.
Oh,
I didn't
no, he
realize
had
you had so
2.
many. Like I thought your art was really shit until you bought that, basically.
Would you like this collage?
No, he was really good, and then you get 3.
Now my character has crafts 3, which also is art, but not really the emotion of art.
Yeah.
And then you go back down, which I guess is technique.
Study of arts.
Yeah, like art history and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Kaiser's like, you know how his apartment looks very serial killer-y, but it's really intricate. That's the thing. Like the light setup in there is designed for this kind of shit.
It's really cool.
So yeah, let's set up a murder.
Oh, I was like,
Or slash,
what? Is that what your art project is? What are you talking
Slash
about?
horrible accidental death.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking. Yes.
Yes. Where does he work? I knew where he worked, so I'm gonna set up where he died. Basically, somewhere along there.
Did he actually work there though, or did he make that up?
I mean,
Well, I mean, according to the police and his daughter,
Hmm.
those are the people we're trying to trick, not
Yeah, true.
not his mage
I mean,
friends.
I've worked with him, so if he does put in some work.
Yeah, exactly. He was well known for their gaskets or something. The
Alright.
sealing mechanisms on doors. I remember that being said.
So once again, we're going to orchestrate a really, a death.
Yes. Much simpler this time.
Much simpler.
All I need to do is use my magic to make him look like he's been dead for this amount of time and not have crazy occult symbols all over him.
Yes.
Should we do anything about Terrell and Squib's murder scenes as well?
No.
Should we just toss it in there and make it a whole
They don't
thing?
have a grieving daughter who, can't see the horrible marks on them. So
What murder scenes?
we don't even know where those are.
How many bodies were there in Terrell and Squib?
None.
Well,
There were none in there.
There was Jason.
Well, yeah, but it's been pulped. We've established that. We
So-
washed it down the drain. That's how well he pulped it, is what my understanding was.
Not quite that bad, but I can go back and do that. It's all good. It's all good.
Liquefy.
It's just this body.
Yeah.
That's all you have to worry about.
Yes.
Okay, let's do this.
Yes. So yeah, I'm going to get his body.
To a shape.
Alright, you got his body.
I guess I'm gonna do the spell to make him look like a person again. And then another spell to make him
Isn't he a zombie right
zombie
now?
again. I think I took the spell out.
Oh, you did. You did.
He's just been kept in a freezer. In saran wrap.
Yes. So I will redo it. And then we will go. We want to be stealthy about this though, because we don't want people remembering us.
Space.
Oh yeah! I keep forgetting you
Portal.
can teleport.
Yeah, we'll dump his body out there, and then we'll make an anonymous call about finding it.
Yes.
So how did he die and was not found in the however long it's been?
We'll say he was in the sewers doing work or something, right?
Yeah.
Like he worked in the sewers.
Yeah, we said, oh, some part of the sewer that nobody has been in for a month or whatever, because hey, you have to be everywhere all the time.
Yeah. And then it's like, oh, why was he in there? I don't know, maybe he fucking saw something along the way.
You're the detectives. What the fuck are you questioning us for?
Well, I mean that, but I mean I don't want it to look suspicious. I don't want them to be like, oh, something was mysterious. I want it to be clear, cut, dry, he died of an accident. So
That's gonna make it a stroke.
yeah, exactly.
Stroke and fell over and there was nobody to help him.
Exactly.
Oh.
So
Gas leak. Silent killer.
not gas leak. But yeah, I'll make it like natural causes, like he had a stroke or like an aneurysm or whatever. Not an aneurysm, because those I think are genetic, and I don't want his daughter to be really scared about that the rest of her life. I'm gonna make it something normal.
I mean, it's the 80s.
I'm gonna make it be like a heart attack, because he's like 40 something, right?
Yeah.
And it's kind of weird for him to have a heart attack, not out of the ordinary. And then the only thing that might do for her is, you know, make her be more health conscious. So it's not a huge deal.
So we're gonna teach her a lesson.
And that's
Oh,
why.
Well, it's
Staying
either
in
that or
shape.
give him like an aneurysm or a stroke, which is something that's way scarier and harder to prevent. Whereas heart attacks are something that, you know, there's stuff you can work towards to make it less likely.
Sonny died
I mean,
of a...
He
Alternatively,
was a
we could
drinker
just-
and a smoker. She might not.
Yeah. Alternatively, we could just set him at the bottom of the ladder with his neck broken and be like, yeah, he fell. He's been here for a while. And that way there's no health scare. For
You know what? That's actually a better idea.
There's no trauma.
And that's why you don't drink Cobra grain alcohol.
He just sips that. Also, make it like it was an instant neck break.
Yes.
Because otherwise, it'll be like, oh, he suffered in the sewer.
We're like
For
days
weeks.
trying to get up, calling for help, and no one could hear him.
Kaiser's
I'm not
really quick
doing
drunk.
this in character.
Oh.
Oh my god, that'd be so horrible. I was just like, this probably sounds like the same character, but holy
Wisdom.
shit, that's really evil.
Kaiser's talking in character, though, about how you really can't do this and this, that make it horrible, and he's
Yeah.
increasingly drunk on this Cobra whiskey.
Yeah. Like the stuff I was saying before that, yes, but like I'm not gonna be like,
Oh man, this stuff is an animal rights violation.
Uh,
Yeah!
it's the 80s, Devin, no one cares.
No one gave a shit about animals in the 80s.
There were still hippies around at this point. Everyone cares.
They were fucking sick of whales by that.
It's not some way.
So yeah, we've got the perfect setup here. So yeah,
Yes.
we'll just dump his body in the sewers at the bottom of the ladder with his neck broken.
Call
Yes.
it in.
Yes.
Alright, they find his body, go to what's her name's house. They're like, your dad's fucking dead. Come claim the body.
Come look at it.
Look at it.
Identify it.
So that means a bunch of sleepers are going to be checking out the spell you cast.
I mean,
What, Peter?
well, sure. Let's do that.
Yeah, here we go. It's dissonance time.
Internalize it all.
Can I say like I use my tool or whatever?
Oh, no.
Way
This
stuff.
is different. It's not paradox from overcasting. This is the thing that degrades magic.
Shit. I really don't want that to drop in the middle of a fucking room with sleepers all over the place. All these
Oh,
occults in the
no.
little room.
His like brain's been opened up and his body's full of fucking cult scars.
Right?
all
Like we
over.
basically autopsy him.
You
Like,
autopsy him.
That'll be a
It's like
perfect.
Chef's body in South Park after he like dies.
That'll be a perfect ending to this.
So we have to
yeah.
leave now.
All right, let's pause and look up whatever the
This
fuck.
and,
And we're back. So we looked up how dissonance and quiescence works. Sleepers have to view obviously supernatural stuff to trigger it. And making a corpse look like it died of mundane causes isn't that. So the spell's not going to trigger anything.
yay.
So they autopsy his body, because you magicked it. And oh, he died of a whatever. And they throw it in the incinerator, and they incinerate it. And they give her an urn full of ashes and a slap until they get on with their life. Or, you know, whatever they do after someone dies.
and then we release the spell, and the ashes turn back into the flesh.
And the ashes turn to ashes, because that's what happens when somebody dies.
Okay.
I mean, they're ashes. It's not like they're going to turn back into anything else.
Oh. It's Mage. Anything will happen.
He's now going to turn back into a body, crushed into the urn. He walks back into the living room, where she's put on the mantle, and just juices are flowing out from it.
She puts on the mantle, it detonates into his body, it gets in, his body flies forward from the force, impales on the fan as it's spinning around, and Space Jam starts playing, covered in cult symbols with his chest cavity opened up.
No, she opens it up and it jumps off like a snake.
It's like,
There's a snake in my boot.
it's like, congrats, Persephone.
You
She's
did
a,
it.
she's a sleeper. She's not a sleeper anymore.
She's a slasher.
She's no.
She
So yeah,
impales
that,
people on ceiling fans to Space Jam.
that is taken care of. Now we're going to camp outside her house to watch for whatever's stalking up there.
Alright, how are you guys going to stay subtle?
Is there an empty house around here? Or a house
No.
that's currently being vacationed from?
Remote viewing of space.
This is... Oh,
Or that.
space. Magic. Magic!
Why is it the answer to everything?
Because we don't know right from wrong.
Alright, if you guys give it like a week,
Mhm.
who fucking cares about your ghost kid thing? It doesn't matter.
I'll do that later.
Consequences.
You catch someone after about a week on your viewing globe. What's her name has basically wrapped up her dad being dead and stuff and closed out accounts shit and is getting ready to go on a vacation. And when she's getting ready to leave the house and is basically up in the second floor getting packed and stuff to like just head on a vacation to see family in not Atlantis One, there is a woman outside her window wearing a animal mask.
Can Death Sight or whatever trigger through?
Man, all your shit. It's as
Perception.
if you were right there.
So can we turn on Mage Sight?
Yeah, totally.
I don't remember how that works.
I'm going to turn all mine on.
You're just asking me if they're magical. That's what you're asking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Lupino. Well,
Person's not magic. They're sleeper.
No.
Okay, so none of the sites, spirit, life. Well, life would obviously activate.
Person, sleeper,
Alive.
as far as you can tell. It is a woman in her mid-20s wearing a masquerade rabbit mask made of wood with like felt on it for the ears. Like it's like has those dead eyes
It's
and
really
like the
creepy.
little whiskers.
Bunny's
And she's
the worst mask.
yeah, kind of like the Rapture New Year's mask basically. And she has like a little suit on, and there is clearly under the suit a machete.
Teleports her over there now.
Yeah.
And yeah, she shows up. I don't know. You don't notice her right away because like you've been doing this for a week. But when you do notice and rewind the tape, because I assume you point a VHS at it or something, she's been there for like an hour just staring through the window at the empty living room, breathing in and out.
Yeah, we need to get over there.
Yep.
Okay. Teleport there.
Are you going to teleport in plain view?
I think we're gonna teleport to tackle her.
In her backyard, so that we're not immediately in sight of anyone, including the sleeper, because that would cause dissonance.
You get fucking splinched.
I was planning on tackling the lady, but I didn't remember that.
She hasn't broken in yet.
What's it called? She has a machete. I was planning on just beating the fuck out of her.
Let's not tackle someone with a machete. We're still human.
Let's turn on the spell that makes us heal really fast before we go, and then it'll
Okay,
be
you
fine.
can
Start buffing.
You can tank for us. It's okay.
And then we all get murdered. I mean, you can just cast the remote damaging spells through the scrying window. It's right there.
Yeah.
I don't know why she's doing this. Maybe she's like trying to fucking frosh for a sorority or something, for all I know.
Maybe this is Alice's girlfriend, and she's just into some really weird shit.
Alice is not a lesbian. That's in character.
Female
out
adventurer.
of character. Out of character, I don't know, but
Female adventurer.
So yeah, let's teleport over there and do something about this.
All right. Bloop. Bloop. You guys are in the backyard, probably in the bushes.
Sure.
Woman in the rabbit mask is staring in the window still. Alice is upstairs. She is staring into the living room.
can we look around other places and see if there's more people around?
Okay. Make a notice things roll. Peter, what are those dice
Resolve
pools?
composure.
There you go. You're a robot, Peter. What's the dice pool? Resolve and composure?
Composure. Something like that.
Resolve and composure.
2 successes.
3 successes.
Nice.
I can eat next to that.
So you guys all got at least one success?
Yes.
In the other house, like the house across, there is the man of the house, like the dad or the husband that lives there, and he's on the second floor window, and it's opposite of where Alice's room is, and he's staring down at the living room at the woman in the bunny mask, and he is wearing a hood that's a pig mask, and it's just been staring down at the window at her, and you don't know for how long. And if you look across the street in the living room window, this is like 1 a.m. One of the daughters, she's like 16, is also in like the bay window, sitting on it with like a book, but she is wearing a snake like wooden mask, and it's just kind of staring across the street.
At what?
This house.
I can get in and get Alice out.
Yeah, definitely.
If you guys want to deal with all that.
I'm not sure we're equipped to deal with all of that.
I mean, there's 3 of them, but there's only one that's close. Do you want to just call the cops?
You guys just whispering in the bushes?
Yeah.
Right, do you guys have stealth or...
Yes,
Yeah.
I have severe amounts of stealth.
I'm also pretty
Severe amounts of stealth. Alright, one of you guys should roll stealth then, to not give away your position immediately whilst you're talking amongst yourselves.
What plus stealth?
Dex.
Yeah, I'll say Dex. Yep.
The one with
Yeah.
extra beat. Nah. Not that much failed this time.
You failed?
I failed.
I got 1 success.
I got successes.
Okay. Alright, the two of you are able to keep fucking Fyodor and his old man, 40-year-old architect mouth from running too loud. And yeah, you don't give away your position to any of the masked people as you're talking.
Okay. I can get in there and get her out.
She
No
doesn't
big
know
deal.
you.
Yeah, but I'm not wearing a mask.
I mean,
I
when you're
mean,
casting as live...
He is actually wearing a mask too.
Yeah, but I'm not wearing hockey pants.
Hello, fellow.
He doesn't even register it's a mask. It's like, yeah, this is just me.
I should come with you. We should say we saw people outside. I will call the cops from us in the house.
Alright.
You get her gone so that we don't have to worry about it.
That would leave you in the house if they break in. I've seen how you react to sharp objects.
Fyodor will be with me, and we can teleport them.
Okay, I'll leave you
That's
with
what
Fyodor.
Alice.
What?
With Alice.
Alice won't be here. Alice will be with him.
Yeah,
Gone.
I'm gonna sneak her out.
Yes.
Okay.
Are you heading to the house?
Yep.
Sneaking around the front room to not, be in the window?
Yep.
From the window, because the window panes are kind of tinted in a way, like it's just the kind of glass Atlantis One's glass is made up of. It's kind of run off from when they built the domes.
Mhm.
The mask the windows are kind of polarized, so when you look through, the mask itself looks kind of like black and gray in the outline, and you kind of peek in to see it. It's creepy.
Yeah, it sounds creepy.
If you move upstairs, Alice is sleeping in the bed.
Can you wake her up?
Yeah. She might scream anyways.
Is she that kind of sleeper?
I mean, people standing over her when she. You guys leave the room.
Are you sure we can just...
There's a fair amount of pills on the counter.
Wait, is she just
Is
drugged
she
out?
normal sleeping?
She sounds like she's pretty deep in sleep, and if you have life to check, she's not dying or anything. But there's unmarked pill bottles, and there's 6 or 7 different vials of them, little bottles with different day schedules on them. The labels just have schedules.
Can I figure out what they are? I have medicine, and I'm good at it.
In pharmacology.
Yeah, make a roll. Int plus pharmacology.
So,
Oh yeah, that'd be a bonus die too.
yeah,
Plus you have magic.
4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 successes.
Pity.
Almost. You go over a few of them, you crack a capsule open,
Yeah.
do the taste test and stuff. These are psychotropics, hormone suppressors, and different types of antidepressants designed to change brain chemistry. And some of them are made from plants from parts of the world you don't recognize.
Hormone suppressors?
Yeah, like not all hormones, like, you know, like people transitioning, but like hormones in your brains and stuff, like your thyroid and shit.
Can I try to figure out what that might what this might be for?
It's a shotgun. Like some of these are psychedelics and stuff. Like one of them is like a type of pure strain LSD.
Sounds like it's all together supposed to do something. Like if you put it in a bigger picture, it actually is for something and not just she's grabbing whatever pill she can. She might just be grabbing whatever pill she can, but
She has like one of those little things with like dates on them and stuff. Like
Yeah,
one of
that's-
those little capsule things, and there's different mixes and different ones.
Can you study that in your lab?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, just pop it all. We'll get her out of here. I don't think she's gonna wake up.
Make it so
Awareness?
she doesn't sleep up.
No.
Where's full?
One success. And a bunch of fucking sevens.
I'm not gonna because oh wait, I do have decent awareness.
No dice.
Two successes.
Nothing.
Very good.
One
You're
success.
oblivious. You should hear a creaking,
Mhm.
like a very subtle creaking on this carpeted floor, and when you turn around, across the hallway in Sam Jacobs' room is a man in his 60s sitting on the bed, hands in his lap, wearing a priest outfit. He looks like he might be from your congregation, wearing an owl mask. And he's been there the whole time. And he's just breathing in and out slowly.
That's so scary, Devin!
Like you both turn around, and as you turn, your like bodies like stop obstructing the light, and it goes across the hallway and creeps up over like his legs, up to his lap, up to his chest, up onto the owl mask, which is made of that kind of vantablack material, so it's just soaking the light in, and just the two shiny little eyes are coming out from beneath, and he's just staring, hands in lap.
Well, if we learn anything, don't trust the owls.
Control instincts. I can make this guy freak out and go homicidal on everyone downstairs.
Do it.
Do we want to do that though?
I mean, you're just talking amongst yourselves, and he's still sitting there watching you.
Or we can bar this door and get her out the window. But if they chase us,
Make her sleep.
Tell me she's.
take all the pills.
No, I mean like
Goku. The stuff under the sink.
Is she asleep though? Like, is she just drugged right out of her
She
mind?
is out.
Yeah, she's not gonna wake up. She's
in which case we don't have to worry about dissonance. Teleport her.
get her out of here. Back to the sanctum.
Okay, close the door.
Yeah, I'm just gonna hurry up and close the door.
We should
Close.
let it out of our sight now that we have it in our sight.
We're just getting mortal readings from these though, so
Fair. I will close the door. At least it'll have to open the door to get in here.
Close
yeah,
the
close the
door.
door. I'm gonna
Close the
topple.
blinds.
I have a
And your
question. Is there a
Bible.
fucking cupboard in here? Like a fucking clothes cupboard?
There's
Cupboards
a
with clothes
large dresser, like one that could hold like a person in it.
Like a not drawers, but
Like a
Cupboard.
big dresser, like you
Close
open up.
that as
A
well.
wardrobe, yeah.
thank you! For fuck's sake, closet is the word I was looking
Let's
for.
escape
though.
into Narnia. It's okay.
We'll go to Narnia.
I just wanted to see if is the door open?
No.
Okay.
It's slightly ajar.
Then it's open.
We have life sight though, so if there's someone in there, we can see, we can tell.
And there is someone in there.
No shit.
I'm going to close it. You do your
You
thing.
want to see who's in there?
Sam Jacobs.
I do actually really want to see who's in there, but I
Like
want.
your hand's just shaking on the knob.
Okay, you guys do your thing. I'll be the last.
Yeah, just push her into her teleport. We have to take care of this.
Yeah, I'm watching the wardrobe now. I'm gonna put. Is there a chair in here?
No.
Fuck. Okay.
Can we tell who it is by life signals if we recognize
Use
them?
that matter.
You
You
can't
should like
recognize
learn the matter to intertwine it between
Start
itself.
casting.
Just do your thing.
Okay, I start casting the teleportation spell.
Obviously supernatural stuff, or are you just gonna shut the closet so no one can... So they
Oh, I'm
can't
gonna
see?
shut it if they actually literally just don't have to see.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, they hit her. Okay, she's gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Guys, don't want to have to say this, but is her bed the type that people could be underneath of?
I mean, I don't think anyone witnessed
Devin, is her bed the type
It's
that
a
someone...
four-poster bed that's raised off the
So
ground.
the answer is fucking yes.
Okay, then go to.
And there are like suitcases in here that have been like left open that she was packing, and then she just lied down for a bit to, you know.
Okay,
Sleep.
I'm going to take her. I just move her to the fourth dimension, her alone.
So you
Fourth
throw-
dimension?
I took two places in space, overlapped
Okay,
them together,
I was like, where
And
are you shoving her?
and rolled her over to the other dimension.
Yeah, I'm just saying, don't put your feet near the edge of the bed.
So there's nobody watching us right now again?
Not right now.
I'm going to use my larceny to very quickly and quietly open this door, the window, without anyone us noticing.
Window? Why?
So we can get out. This is a very
We can just go out the teleport.
true, but we should really deal with this. This feels...
I was planning on calling the fucking cops. If they're
If
just
they get away, though, then there's no way of telling. Like, what if they follow her?
fair.
We need to get one of them.
Well, I know which one we're gonna get.
Under the bed.
Would you like to take the whole cupboard?
Really wish I
teleport?
just... if we had a weapon, I could just stab through the bed. Just Jason this bitch.
So, clarify. We grabbed all her pills because she might actually need these. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later with my doctor magic.
There's a label on one of them that says, do not take with alcohol, but there's also a suggestive winky face on it. Like, it's not like an eye that's, like, blurry. It's like a face that's going, like, you know, winking in, like, no, you totally should do this.
I mean, you're a mage with life. You don't need those pills. You can just.
You know what? I don't know. I'm gonna take all of them to figure out what the fuck someone's doing to her. I want to grab her stuff, but we can get her more stuff. We're rich.
Web of Life. I'm going to cast Web of Life to see every life form around.
Do it. Start casting.
Why? They're not watching.
Yeah, they are.
Also, this is like a visual thing.
So I guess you're extending the reach for a bigger area.
Just the house. That's not very big. That'd probably be my free reach.
Well, for spaz cast.
Fast casting.
Oh, yeah.
Then the reach.
Size 0 is a large house or building, actually.
Yeah, but it's on an advanced scale, so you have to bump it up, right?
Standard, arms reach around a point, okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting because it augments your sight, but you can only see within arm's reach with it. That's weird.
Ooh,
Roll the dice.
2 successes.
Oh, nice.
Someone's in the closet, someone's in her dad's room, someone's under the bed.
I'm worried that we might be populating more of them with our paranoia. I mean, they say they're people, but... I mean, you didn't tell me that you saw that yet. I don't know if you're going
Yeah,
to.
he's like, he just points in various directions.
There's one on the roof.
Jeez.
Fuck. We didn't see that. How'd they get up there?
You
How
know,
are they appearing?
We didn't see most of them until we did. Like, it was there for like an hour before we actually saw it.
They're even sleepers, so they shouldn't have any supernatural powers. So unless someone's...
She's taking hallucinogenics. She's asleep. These things are appearing rapidly.
Might be that.
What would dream projection be? Dream magic.
She might be a poltergeist.
Mind.
None of us have that.
But they're just feeling their higher imagination, we just roll her over to the dimension.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, you have to go with her.
Why?
Or one of us has to go with her.
If they start appearing there.
Yeah. Do you
Wanna
want...
just go
like-
over?
One of us has to go with her. I kind of want to stay here to figure this out, but I also want her to be protected. Also, you're our teleport engine,
So
but
if he
you're our
goes,
fighty man.
barely, but yeah. Wait, does Sam Jacobs have a gun?
No,
I mean,
no one has
probably-
guns down. I mean, he might because it's illegal, but
I mean, probably by now we would have gotten the tasers.
What?
Well, you know, you liked the tasers in the previous game, and now we're just taking somebody out.
Yeah, this isn't the previous game though, so I don't have a taser.
I mean, how to get... Whatever.
Who needs a taser when you have forces?
I'm a force as well. I
Oh,
can sense electricity.
What do you guys do?
So I'll just go over if you want. If you don't want to be the one to go.
I mean, if she's creating those, then maybe all of us should go and deal with whatever comes up. And
That's just a
But
theory.
we don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Just looking through magic for anything I can throw at these assholes without killing them.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the portal because no one else is.
Okay, you're gone.
Are they just not doing anything still?
You can hear them breathing. They're not really moving.
Control instincts. Stop breathing. Okay.
Can you?
I could actually do that.
You can command people to die?
Control instincts.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that powerful.
Mage.
An apprentice of life can control these instinctual responses like a puppeteer pulling strings. In doing so, she can make any animal or plant behave in any fashion natural to its type. Basically something.
Okay, Johnny Mage just say that, there are many ways to skin a cat, so yeah, if you find some way of killing people in lower tiers, you can.
It says control instincts. A human can be made tired. Could I make them all fall asleep?
You give it a try, sure.
Okay.
So let's construct this spell, seeing as you're going to be targeting people.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back. Kevin, spellcast to knock them all out with sentry range. So you're hitting the people in the house, right?
Yep. Control instinct.
In and on the house, because there's one on the roof.
Yep. So the four of them, 2, 3, 4, they stay where they are, but you can kind of see from their body language that they're slowing down and like drifting off.
Go the fuck to sleep. So I'm just gonna kind of wait for them to drift off fully.
Okay.
They're like long socks and shit around here, stuff I can use to bind a person.
And be
Pillowcase.
bound.
Yeah, pillowcases, sheets.
Yeah, there are.
I'm gonna seize one of them, probably the one out of the closet.
We open the closet. There is a girl. She is 16, and she is wearing a horse mask.
What the shit? Right, which one do we want?
Under the bed, there's a man. Or there's a woman. She's in her 50s. She's wearing a rat mask.
The priest is the one we want.
Yow.
Yeah, the owl. That seems like our best bet. So yeah, I'm gonna walk over to the next room and tie this guy up, put the sheet over his head, the pillowcase.
Okay, please. And we're back. Life guy, as you're approaching the owl priest, you notice two things.
Mm-hmm.
One, on the bed next to him is a shotgun. And two, every single one of those people you're sensing with life who are asleep, they're all immediately waking up in like an adrenaline surge, but they're still asleep. Like, you put their brains to sleep, you put their bodies to sleep, and it's almost like another person is waking up. And all four of them, like if you're paying attention, immediately jerk as if they're having like a sleep seizure or spasm, like someone who's just in between falling asleep and waking up, and start making a screeching sound. And initiative. It's disquieting, to say the least. It's not like an aggressive animal screeching sound. It's like someone who is having a panic attack. Or having a nervous breakdown. Like that kind of hyperventilating. Like someone who's afraid. Just pause. We're back. The one under the bed lunges out, like she digs her nails into the carpet and just yanks her body across, and you can see one of her nails snap off. And she lunges for your legs. You can see her mouth open up under that rat mask. The one in the closet barrels out to tackle you.
Okay.
Owl Priest is going for the shotgun while he's convulsing.
Okay.
You guys get to go first.
I'm going for the shotgun.
Okay.
So Kaiser screams out this kind of guttural, angry growl, pushes the the goggle version of his glasses away so that he can see through the eyes proper, and barrels for that shotgun. Which he hasn't touched yet, and I'm going first, so does that mean I get it? Because he wasn't actually holding it? I'm going to shoot him.
Go for it. Dex plus firearms.
Firearms!
Yeah, so Kaiser like rolls onto the bed, skids across the sheets, and aims it at his head.
I'm worried because my original plan was calling the cops, and I'm pretty sure I'm still doing that. So you might get arrested.
3 and inspired, so I'm
Alright.
very inspired to murder these people.
So
Alright, let me just pause. This is the first time we've used guns. And we're back. So 8 damage to him because 9 again on a shotgun. The sawed-off double barrel. And, yeah, you hit him in the head and he drops. There goes your pastor.
Oh no.
Apparently he was a creepy owl man, so
Don't
I
have
don't
the
know.
elves, man.
Pretty sure he's just possessed, but
Oh no, no, he's dead.
I'm the goddamn rage of the oceans, motherfuckers.
Your turn.
Well, I blipped out to the other side of the portal, and I cast a space side so Leo can see what's going on and be able to cast her spells through the thing.
Yes, boost me.
As you flip over, yeah, you hear the shotgun sound ricochet out from the room.
Use your control life on me to give me way more adrenaline.
Way more dice.
Okay. So now you can see both places at the same time.
So you see Kaiser blow your pastor's head off.
Mother will blow a cow if she sees this.
With one hand.
And then those two things basically snap at each other around where Fyodor is, only he's in another dimension.
There go. They're going to run into the other room where you are.
Okay.
should I roll initiative? I'm
yeah,
guessing they go
next
before
turn.
I get to go?
Yeah, they're going now.
Yeah.
So one of them is going to stab you with a kitchen knife she had, 16-year-old. What is your defense, buddy?
I can activate mage armor on
Kaiser, 5.
reactively, actually, can't I?
Well, let's pause and find out.
I'm pretty sure.
We're back. So, Leviathan has 7 defense, so she can swing at you with that knife and is not hitting you with it.
Mhm.
And the other one is going to do the same, except from under the bed with the rat mask, she pulled out a metal baseball bat that has cold iron nails rammed through it. And she comes swinging at you with it.
I would recognize that too, because Kaiser's he's like, what the fuck?
Oh. No, and she misses too.
He's like, wait, I think we're having a misunderstanding here. Okay.
Screaming like they're having a night terror.
Which one's the older of the two?
Rat mask with the baseball bat.
She's not a child then?
She's like
No.
50.
She's a 50 woman.
Okay, that's fine.
It's so it's a new turn, a brand new day.
So,
There is movement on the main floor and the roof.
so roll for initiative, Leo. Nice, you got 15.
What do you do, Leo?
Okay, so once again, I wanted to cast.
This cowering mana spell.
Yeah, that's the thing. I could either do Devouring the Slain, but it has Withstand Resolve, or I can just do Damage. Oh, they're not ghosts. I can't use that on people. Silly Nicole.
Just use your, Arcanum 3 damaging spell.
I don't really know how that works.
Well, what do you have at 3? Death?
Yeah.
Death. Let's see.
All right, let's pause while you figure that out. So Nicole using death to do bashing damage as a damaging spell does 4 damage to both of the people attacking Leviathan right now. So what? Their flesh just starts rotting and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're being racked with injuries. It's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna kneecap one of them.
Okay. Darting rounds in the shotgun after this.
Okay.
Oh shit! You're using a shotgun on them?
Yes.
Fuck!
Fucking lord.
Two successes.
So,
Plus 3.
so 5. It's 9 again.
Oh.
It's a shotgun.
Yeah, no.
Alright, so 5 lethal. So yeah, the 50-year-old woman gets shot in the legs and falls over because you sever her legs from her body. Also, you used magic to try and kill someone. We'll get to that later. The 16-year-old leaps at you with the knife again.
Okay.
Willpower again.
Oh.
She actually drops the knife and picks up the bat and like swings upward, trying to catch you in the jaw. Success.
Nice.
So she takes one. No, she only.
So I've got armor too.
So that takes away 1 damage.
Yep.
Plus.
One moment. Don't you start making assumptions, by the way. Alright, we're back. So that bat hits you way harder than it should, and you actually see it crack, and you take 2 lethal.
Wow. Fuck. Oh. Okay, you're gonna need to pull me out in a second here.
You hear someone running up the steps.
Wait for my signal. You're gonna need 2 actually.
And there's a clicking noise on the window as you see someone in a rooster mask start to peel up the window.
Be ready for that.
Okay.
I'm gonna full body tackle her.
Okay. I guess contested strength plus athletics.
For tackling?
Like she's trying to like wrestle her.
Probably strength and brawl.
Yeah, strength and brawl. That's the one that exists.
Yep.
Willpower to add 3 dice.
Okay.
But Kaiser, you don't have any willpower. Oh, sorry. We rested a week.
Yeah. It was
Also
weak.
courageous. I just did something that severely risked my life.
You got 3.
Okay, I got 3, but 2 of them are 10s.
3.
3.
You tackle her, and she has a lot more adrenaline in her system than you would have expected, because she's like grabbed at your arms with her arms, and she's pushing you back.
Oh, she's holding on to me though?
Yeah.
Okay, get me.
Well, you're not in the room where the spell was cast. You're in the other room where the priest was.
You have a full view of the whole place though, don't you?
Yeah, but the spell was.
He co-located the bedroom with her bedroom.
Yeah. So.
Her bedroom is the extraction point.
I see.
Get me out of here! Pull me out, Ziggy! And it's like,
Okay.
why haven't I leaped yet?
Okay, I guess I'm going to cast my space damaging spell, which is only potency 3, but if I succeed, I'm going to arm wreck each and every one of them, because my cannon post tilts.
Go for it.
Success. Success. So 3 damage, 3 bashing damage to all of them, and each of them get an arm wreck. Tilt.
Oh, you're doing magic at them.
Yes.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. They're also unconscious though, which is great.
Back. What does the arm tilt do?
Let's see.
We just did paradox for these sleepers.
Here it is. Arm rocks.
And we're back, so it gives them -3 to all actions, and they can't use that arm.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that happens. Do they take damage too?
Yeah, 3 bashing.
Oh man, girl drops.
Cool. Everyone else is like, oh god.
A window guy drops off the window, and the steps. The person running up the steps is at the steps. So when you cross the threshold of the hallway, they're still there. So yeah, that makes it their go.
Okay.
That person comes around the corner. It's the woman in the bunny mask with the machete. She goes into her jeans, because one of her arms has been withered, and grabs a revolver of a rather large caliber, and starts unloading into you.
Wait, what?
I don't like this.
Because firearms, normal defense doesn't apply.
Get fucked.
I'm gonna switch to Respirit armor reflexively.
Does it let you get gun to defense?
Downgrades lethal damage from kinetic attacks, such as bullets, and the attacks of ephemeral entities to bashing.
That is exactly what this will be doing.
Yep.
That's exactly what this will be doing. Ah. Oh, that's gone.
Yep.
Okay. Oh, hey, it's a 10. Okay. 5 bashing then.
Okay.
Or, no, 7, sorry.
7. Okay.
I have 7 health levels.
1,
you have armor?
2, 3, 4.
Not without
Five.
my other type of.
So Spirit doesn't give you
Okay.
any armor at all.
You currently have 4 lethal damage on you and 3 bashing. So
So
you
I
already.
take 4 lethal. It wasn't 4 lethal.
No, last turn you took 2. From the previous attack, you took 2 lethal.
Mm-hmm.
And then you took 7 on your 5 health spot. Therefore, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
They started wrapping around. So you got -3 penalties to rolls because the bashing, and 2 mages and slash mortals get knocked out when they get full bashing.
Let me find out. Let me pause. So yeah, Kevin made a roll to not pass out from the horror of what just happened to your body.
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point it's your go. You hear someone else entering the house. But if you, with knocked out person, move across the room into the safe place, Peter can zap you out.
I'm gonna do that then.
You move to the safe place, and you can get flipped out.
Okay.
You were flipped out.
Yeah. He literally throws that girl just like
On
a
the ground.
like a football, and then falls back.
You can use your mana to start repairing your
Oh
body.
yeah, immediately.
Okay, that then happens. Everyone gets quiet.
Holy shit.
That was crazy. I hope that she's not emanating them because she's right here.
Do you have a phone?
Yes, as I got my normal phone.
There's been a murder here.
911. Ring ring.
Now one picks up. Do you call it in?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you're in the
Promenade.
Promenade Dome, and where's she at? Like, where's her house going? Is it Promenade or is it like Canada Dome?
She
I don't remember. I think-
she was in Sam Jacobs' house.
Yes.
So Sam Jacobs was in the Promenade Dome because he's been there.
Oh right, because
early.
he got property.
Yeah,
The
you call them the
bourgeoisie.
murder or whatever, or the sounds or whatever.
Yeah.
A disturbance.
Yeah.
Maybe some gun sounds there.
Saw some people breaking in.
So, Kaiser kind of looks over his wounds, which are basically just beanbag wounds, like from rubber bullets because of his cunning shielding. My whiskey's in a flask in my left pocket. If one of you could just kind of tilt that to my lips. Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm kind of hesitant to reach in your pants, but she'll
It's in his,
she'll
it's
do
in
it.
his hoodie pocket.
Oh, hoodie pocket. That's different. She was probably like,
It's
what?
full of-
And then she realized you meant your hoodie, and she's like, oh, okay.
It's full of reflective surfaces, just like all over.
Okay, can you cast some healing magic on him?
I'm recovering pretty quickly. It's good. Mana.
It doesn't.
Suffice to say, you guys can resolve that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So, we should maybe get her somewhere else. Oh, yes, let's scry the fuck in there.
Yeah.
But also, so like, did all 3 of those people just die?
2 of them. Maybe I shot her in the leg. I don't know. She's old.
The arm-racked one with the revolver walks in and puts a slug in her forehead and grabs the 2 masks and then begins walking downstairs with the other ones.
We still have one of the masks, so we got a sympathetic connection.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
The one that was walking into the house, it was probably the... oh shit, I don't remember which one was...
The rabbit mask was downstairs, looking in the window.
the rabbit's the one with the revolver.
Yeah. Oh right.
But anyway, one of them walks in and they had a fire extinguisher. It looks like it's been modified, and they just start spraying it on the house, and it's fire. It's a hidden flamethrower, and they just set
Iron
the house
Man?
ablaze.
Shit!
That's Iron Man's concoctions?
No, it's just a fire extinguisher. It's just a gasoline thing that looks like a fire extinguisher.
Yes, Iron Man.
Anyone can do that, Peter.
I was joking.
All her stuff is there. All her life is there.
At least she has all that Nazi gold. Kaiser kind of flips off his mask, and he gets a lot more somber after that. He's like, "Yeah, we should tie her up. Not Alice." He just kind of keeps pointing at that unconscious masked teenager that he brought with him.
Wow, I had missed that you brought them with
He
you.
spiked her on the floor when he came in.
Holy shit! I thought you meant on the other side.
Yeah, I thought you.
No, she was unconscious. He picked her up and ripped her through that portal with him.
Okay.
Shit.
So yeah, tie her up.
Okay. I guess we can use our magic to solve the mystery of the mask through the mysteries mechanics. Whatever. Okay. So how do you want to wrap this up?
Anyway, you guys just keep talking in character.
Yeah.
That's what's happening.
Well,
So we should get Alice somewhere else.
I mean, she'll be fine here for now. This is kind of...
We don't know how long she's gonna stay passed out for, though.
Oh, right. Did she OD? Is that what's going on with her?
I don't think she OD'd. I think she's just on a lot of drugs that make her be a heavy sleeper.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed while I was there is one of them had a fucking cold iron bat, of all things, and they really liked that bat.
That slug that was shot into your chest and did bashing damage is not a standard metal jacket. It is a melted down cold iron slug.
We should bring these to Michael.
I mean,
What does that mean?
Fairies, man.
I mean, you know the melted
No, I told
down,
you she's not a lesbian.
You
It
know,
really
the-
hurts to laugh. Don't do that.
you know, melted down cold iron is sort of an oxymoron right here, because the cold iron is specifically not melted.
Yes. Okay.
And then the two of them took turns slapping him over and over again.
It could be shaved down.
Let's
Either way.
use magic on her. Mage
all,
site.
all the magic
Meisoyohu.
Alice.
on the
Alice, what are you trying to figure out about her?
live.
Is she a human?
Yes.
A normal human?
Yep.
There's nothing supernatural about her.
Nope.
She's not a fairy.
Nope.
So, these bullets are just the same. This is obviously a little more than some weird cult murder attempt.
She was taking all these all these medications.
Should we invite
The girl on the ground has the same meds in her pocket.
Huh.
Oh, what the hell? Is there a doctor listed on these medications?
No, they're blank
Okay, that's what I
fucking
thought.
prescription bottles with the day and time you're supposed to take them, and a winky suggestive yes face saying do not take with alcohol, but really it means yes, take with alcohol.
Should
She
we
also
go-
has a small hip flask on her.
What's in there?
Absolutely.
alcohol? So should we
There's a
call?
strong licorice odor to it.
Should we call Iron Man? Maybe have him come on over. Maybe also Bliss.
What would Iron Man have to do with anything?
He
He's the
decorates
right
his entire
magician.
place with cold iron, so he would know about this kind of like targeting things like this. If they were specifically targeting Alice and they were correct about it, maybe he'd know why they're doing it.
Seems like she was taking meds to,
Yeah.
and they're taking the same meds. So the meds maybe make them like this. They appear to be probably possessed or something, though, right? Like you put them to sleep, but they were still moving around,
I mean,
Oh, I guess that could be.
and they started screaming.
spirit, death. Are those being possessed?
Nope. Completely mundane. They're just sleepers.
Mind
But obviously
control.
not, though.
None of us are experts on the mind, so we're not going to be able to figure that out without someone who is.
Oh, do we know any mind?
I have a guess of what it is, but I don't know how much is that just Nicole. How much of that would be a character?
Literally, we should just bring in other mages who
Yeah.
are more of an expert on this.
Bliss is a psychonaut.
Yeah, so let's call her and invite
Yeah.
her here.
Yeah. Okay,
Call
so
her in.
invite the mages over and
Alright, Bliss shows up. And she will help you guys investigate this. Do you want to end it on that? On a new mystery you found out? Or do you want to keep going?
Oh, sure, if you just want to give us the crib notes later. Yeah, that's...
I mean, you just
I really want to know what the fuck is happening.
That's what mages are like, though. It's a new mystery every single time.
it never ends.
It's a new secret organization. Which is clear what this is. They're all wearing fucking masks.
The 16-year-old's mask isn't there when you check her.
Huh, she was wearing that when I... Weird. Maybe the masks are supernatural.
Huh. Well, I guess we do some investigation and maybe find something out.
Yeah. I'd like to continue, but I think everyone's kind of...
I think we're at the end of it
Yeah.
there. A
Yeah.
new little mystery, little quirk of Atlantis One. So, I think that's it for Mage. I was Devin,
Nicole.
Kevin?
And Peter.
and this was sponsored by Nobody. Signing off.
Thank you.